How do you put the link in there? In the chat. How do you do that?
Where?
You know how I was saying it was a good idea for you to put the link in the chat.
Right here?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yes. Oh, you panel, that's what you do. Yeah.
They're not coming on and running.
Who's running?
Whoever.
Oh, that's true.
Hold on, make sure you're
What's tonight's lessons called? Studies out of the apocryphy.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4.
African love.
No, I said, what's the lesson? The lesson is called Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4.
Huh.
Oh my God.
All right, we ready?
Okay,
Go ahead, brother.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 from the top. Better it is to have no children and to have virtue, for the memorial thereof is immortal, because it is known with God and with men.
Right, so not having children is known with God and is recognized with the Most High and with man as well. So they have no children. And to have virtue. So the memorial thereof is immortal. Right. Go. Yes, sir.
What are they saying now? Like, it's good. Like people recognize that don't have them.
Yeah, these people stand out. You know what I'm saying? Have less trouble.
Like, yeah.
There's many men that, you know, you can look at these men that don't have children, none of them they stand out. Not to say that men that have children don't stand out. Go ahead.
Verse 2. When it is present, men take example at it, and when it is gone, they desire it. It weareth a crown and trumpeth forever, having gotten the victory.
Triumphant.
Triumphant forever, having gotten the victory, striving for undefiled rewards.
Striving for undefiled reward, yeah. So again, it's about being pure. About being pure, maintaining purity. That's what we start dealing with immortality. Immortality is dealing with remaining pure. Right. Death is dealing with impurity. So part of that is not having children. I mean, that's not dealing with a woman and that, dealing with children and all that other stuff. You know, there's a whole lot to come along with that, and that's where you get the vibe. That's where you get impure, right? So you haven't got the victory and striving for undefiled reward. Yeah, you don't want a reward that's defiled. That's what a lot of these guys are gonna get. A lot of them already have they're getting a reward right now. They don't even know that that's the reward they're having right now. All this fame and all this notoriety and stuff that they're getting, they have it now. Right, they're getting it. When they think when price come back and they think they're gonna get something else, they say, you already gotten it. What you talking about? Wasn't you rich? Wasn't you this? Wasn't you famous? Wasn't you all this? Then they may recognize you and say this and this and all that. Isn't that what you wanted? Did you not get it? What you talking about? You got what you wanted. Right? You got what you got what you wanted. You lived it up, was it?
Fame.
Was good, wasn't it?
Hope it was doing shit.
Yeah, these guys are delusional, bro. They're delusional. They just delusional, bro. So in other words, poor people, you know, they just go poor all the time, you know. And I guess they're gonna be poor again. Because everybody can't be rich. Gotta be some poor people. Right? So now you was rich, so now what do you think I'm you? You're supposed to go for be poor now. Let the poor get rich.
That's what they refer to as the transfer of wealth.
Yeah. That's how it happens, bro.
Never heard that. That the poor get rich.
Yeah. The poor gonna get rich, and the rich gonna get poor. Because the rich, when they had their riches, they didn't think about the poor. They lived it up. They didn't care about no one less than they just lived. They didn't care about nobody else. They just lived it up. Did they not?
Yeah.
Did they care about being about the poor? No. Now it's time for you to experience what it is to be poor.
Oh. Whoa. So
That's what the Most High is balanced.
Yeah. The scriptures say that Christ became poor. So he wasn't rich when he became poor. We didn't read that in the oh, we gonna get this in First Peter. Second Corinthians chapter 8, verse 9.
Right ahead. Look up a little bit.
Oh.
You said 2 Corinthians?
Chapter 8, verse 9. Second Corinthians chapter 8, verse 9.
Chapter 8, verse 9. I got it.
All right, go ahead. You can allow it to this microphone, everybody can hear it.
Okay, 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 9, it reads, for ye know the grace of the most of the Lord Jesus Christ,
Our Lord
Jesus Christ, that through he
That's
was
dope.
rich, and know he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, that ye though his poverty might be rich.
Yeah, ye through his poverty might be rich. See that? Right, became poor.
that's hard.
He experienced it poor. He became poor. He was rich. Became poor. That goes back to what I was talking about what the tradition says, that he was a businessman at first. That missing years was a businessman. He was business with his uncle Joseph. Joseph the one that went and got his body. Okay. He did business with him. But then when time came for him to do the work, he let all that go. And he was rich in business, and he became poor for our sake. That through his poverty we might become rich. Right? But not material.
Right.
And spirit. Rich in what need to be rich in faith. Rich in the truth of the spirit. Which all of those things will have physical riches. You know what I'm saying? But those are the more important. Those are the more important things to be rich in spirit. It's better to be rich in faith than in money. Right? To be rich in humility, right? And in love and all things, right? Those things you want to be rich in. People ain't rich in that stuff. They rich in the other thing. They rich in anger. You know what I'm saying? They rich in strife.
Anger.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rich and wickedness.
Rich in wickedness. Back, God. For real. They're rich in the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? But their mindset riches are corrupted. Yeah, Tony.
You ever heard anybody do that before? Go from being rich and give all their stuff away to be with the poor.
Yeah.
That seems like it's hard to
Yeah,
bear.
yeah, yeah, I mean, it's a rare thing, but.
It's rare, but I've heard of it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they know what that is. They gave it up. It's a hard thing to do. Most people ain't gonna do that. That's why Christ said it's hard as a rich man into the kingdom of heaven.
Easier to get to the eye of a needle.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing like that.
Oh. So that's why he said, give everything away and come with me. And he was like-
told him so like you have and follow me. He said he had much stuff and he couldn't do it. He couldn't let all that go. He was too attached to it.
Yeah.
Right? That's where his heart was. It wasn't his riches. The way the scripture said, where your heart is, there will your treasure be also. That's where his heart was. His heart was not on God. His heart was on material things. Right. So we got to be rich in faith and in goodness and all the fruits of the spirit. Be rich in those things. Not rich in that monetary stuff is temporary. And that stuff vanishes away. Let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon. We were in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4.
No, we had 3 now.
Oh, we were chapter 4, verse 3.
We chapter 4.
I mean, yeah,
we read verse 3. Yeah. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 3. But the multiplying brood of the ungodly shall not thrive, nor take deep rooting from bastard lips, nor lay any fast foundation.
Right. So you have a brood of children, right? Multiplying children of the ungodly, they're not going to strive. So when the ungodly children are multiplied, there it said, nor take deep root, says from bastard lips.
Oh.
Right, so they're children that's born either out of wedlock or they're born in violating their cultural customs where they're marrying outside the nation.
Right. Okay.
The baby become a bastard. The baby becomes a bastard slip. It says nor lay any fast or lay any fast foundation. Right. Let me get a verse in Isaiah 14:21. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. You have a lot of that going around.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Yeah, the problem is a whole bunch of the Satan starting in here, of course. He's pushed this mixing, and that's the problem. And lying to people.
Chapter 4.
14, verse
And they're lying to people about all this. We all humanity, which is a lie, but we're all not human.
Hey, brother, you said Isaiah chapter 14,
Verse 21.
Satan deal with
Verse
it.
20.
He's the one that's doing all this
He's the one pushing this mixer.
mixing
Yeah.
races across the
Huh. Where God isn't doing that from the beginning. God's been separated from the beginning. He separated Adam, put him in a garden for the rest of the people outside. You know,
See that your seed kind of.
separated Israel from everybody else. Called Abraham, separated him from his family over there. There's a whole bunch of separating God been doing. He separated the sons of Adam in Deuteronomy. God did it.
But Kanye West just said that God is trying to put the human family back together.
Go years in. You don't know the Bible.
You don't know the Bible at all. Anybody that talking about if the way he was telling this song about Jesus walk, I'm not here to argue over his face or feature. Yeah, if anybody say anything like that, then they don't really know.
Yeah. But it's not an argument. We know he's a so-called black man.
Yeah.
It was what the argument at.
Come straight to the point.
Right.
You don't have no argument. Anything you say other than that, you're lying.
Right.
Because he's caught up in that nonsense. See, And that nonsense, it ain't about his faith. Yes, it is, because why? It's the truth. You're trying to hide this man's true depiction. That's why he come with this color don't matter. Color does matter. In other words, what you're trying to say is that everything that God created matters. Your color matter, your ears, eyes, everything matters. Hair, everything that God made matters.
Right,
Why was he making it if it doesn't matter then?
right.
He's a God of purpose.
And everyone that buys something for a reason, who over there buying in the store buying stuff for no reason?
Right.
I mean, it matters to you because you purchasing it for a particular reason. So it
Right.
matters to you who is buying it.
Right.
If you're making something, you make it in a certain way, everything that you make on that thing matters, right? Right? On a vehicle, the wheels matter on the car, does it not? The brake matter, does it not? The steering wheel matter, does it not? What part of the car it doesn't matter?
The radio.
The radio matters. Everything on the car matters.
Everything you gotta have wheels, brakes, oil,
Sensors, everything in
fluid,
the car.
everything matters.
Especially now, them dash camera matters. You got them recorded, you know what I'm saying? For your safety, all that matters now. You know what I'm saying? The backup camera, all of that. So when you say about his color don't matter, yes, it does matter. And again, the reason why it matters is because when he come out the sky,
Right,
if you think he's a so-called white man, now you see how it matters.
right, right.
Because you're looking for a so-called white man come out the sky, and there's a so-called black man come out the sky, you're gonna say that's not him.
Right, yeah,
You're gonna fight it, you're gonna say, well, that's an alien.
right.
And he end up dead.
Yeah,
That's why his color matters. So you get the right person who's coming back out the sky, correct?
Because everybody think he's gonna be what color when he comes back.
But he's gonna say, well, he gonna come back in the spirit. Even spirit have color.
I don't even think they believe that he's coming out the sky. They just think that he might just be
Just appear out of thin air?
Just be walking around or something like that. Like, you know, you just gotta like walk around with the like little guard. They tell like, you know, like the little white guard. They show them in the pictures like that, just walking around the street.
Yeah, it's all crazy. I'm not for that.
And them white boys that be acting like they Christ already, you know, while just walking around the street with the.
Yeah, there used to be when I was in Beverly Hills, there used to be a dude that walked around like that, like a so-called white person.
Yeah,
like
right. That's not Christ. Look like that.
I believe he was homeless, or whatever. I think he was like people like just give him money and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if he was or whatever.
Hippie, the guy
It seemed like he was.
Man, the scripture tell you Christ had a seamless garment on.
Right.
Who have that today?
Nobody.
Who have a seamless garment on?
Nobody.
So you ain't dressing like him. You look like no hippie neither. They have afro, woolly hair. I don't know streaky hair. Fucking black man.
Then, not only that, they do look like hippies, man. They got
That's how they look, bro.
in the movie.
Look at all shrivel up. They got listen. They got just the wrong depiction of the Lord, bro. I'm like, what y'all lost it.
Yeah, they walking around like a bunch of vagabonds and.
Moshiaki Hawasha was like 6'3". He's a tall brother, 6'3", 6'4". They found his tomb. They showed you the tomb was made for someone who was like 6 feet. They had to chisel more out.
Yeah,
To fit his dead body, to put his body, and got him off the cross. He's like 6'3", 6'4". That's how tall he was.
Wow, that's Snoop Dogg
Dunking on him.
No, little short, 5'9" man. Let me close. And Moshiaki Hawasha look. The tall, strong brother.
That's what
He's talking
I
about.
almost broke my leg stepping on him.
We had that in Isaiah chapter 14, verse.
I'll take it. You go good.
I'll take this one. All right. Well, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. It said, prepare slaughter for his children
Prepare slaughter for his children. Go ahead.
for the iniquity of their
For
fathers.
the iniquity of their fathers. See that? That's what's going on to these so-called white people that's benefiting from slavery. Well, I wasn't up, you wasn't, but you're benefiting from it, are you not? You can't say you ain't benefiting from it. I don't see you trying to pay the slave descendants. for what their fathers working for while you benefiting from it. You ain't doing that. You're benefiting from it. And you're continuing the oppression. The text clearly says right here, prepare slaughter for his children, what? For the iniquity of their fathers. They're trying to say that it wasn't them.
It wasn't them.
Wasn't it? But what are you doing about what your forefathers did? How you trying to make it right? You ain't trying to make it right.
They just trying to say.
But yet you're benefiting and living in luxury off of it
Con.
and makes you complicit.
They just trying to say it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't you, but look at the position they put you in
Con.
financially. They don't want to address that. The position that you're in, them slave children should have been in that position because they earned it. And you don't care about that. That don't matter to you. You ain't gonna swap places. That's what you ain't gonna do. So the text said, for the iniquity of their father, right?
Yeah.
They turn just like they do like their forefathers, man. Let them fool you and lie. You go ahead.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the whole with
World.
fill the face of the world with cities.
Yeah, so that's what's gonna happen, man. They think they've gotten away with, that's all I need. They think they've gotten away with what they did with us in slavery and what they're doing today still to us.
Still.
Shooting up down in the streets and all the stuff they constantly still doing to us. They don't think they don't gotten away with it and they're cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Vengeance is coming. They don't care, man, about they don't care what's going on, man. These people don't care. They see us getting shut out. Are they protesting that and trying to get that stopped? Are they?
No.
They up there in Congress making all kind of bills to send money to this one and send aid to Ukraine. But right here, they got their own citizen, black people are getting murdered on camera. They trying to make no laws to stop that. But they're worried about people way across the world. But people right here in their own country, you don't care nothing about them that's getting murdered.
Hey, you know, I just remind me, like, we were talking about the crypto stuff, whatever, that platform, they said they were laundering money to give to the Democrats.
Yeah. You know, okay, we're just seeing, they don't care nothing about what's happening to us, bro. But when we hear about the Asian crime, there's a bill passed immediately. Shut that down.
Right.
Am I right or wrong?
I see that real quick. Same day almost.
400 years and better to comparison to like
You don't even come close to how they treat us. A couple of agents got beat up. Oh, he's Asian crime.
Hate crime.
Yeah, but this nonsense, bro. A couple of them got roughed up. Making a big deal about it.
There's a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares. That's why it's gonna flip. See, when it flip, they're gonna have no one gonna have nothing to say once it flip. No one gonna have nothing to say. Then the people are getting murdered back in the day. On camera. Didn't get up and slump. And now get in the top. Who can say something about it? Who? Which nation is stepping up to stop what's happening to us? None of them are.
They don't care.
Hell, none of them care. They don't. None of them is trying to protest what's happening to us. None of them are. Are they?
They think we deserve it. Oh, it must be their fault. Stole a pizza.
No, what they're doing is, if they do, just like I said, Black Lives Matter, what they do is they're doing that to be able to raise money for something else.
Yeah, it's all it is. It's just to use what's happening to us to make money in any way they can. They ain't trying to stop. They ain't trying to stop any of that.
That's making merchandise of it. Right?
Yeah, but they call the United Nations. They should be the first one trying to stop all of that.
They should be like, oh, okay, well, especially this is how I see it. Like, they should be like, okay, well, we don't want this to spread to other people, so we need to stop this in the bud.
Yeah, well, it's the people that were in slavery, right?
Right.
These are the people now. Now you enslave so many of them. Did all kind of stuff that in slavery, atrocities in slavery with them. Now you just over there just shoot them down the street like they don't mean nothing.
Mm.
What are you doing about that?
Without weapons.
Yeah, nothing. Do nothing about it. Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
So like you know they ain't gonna do nothing about that. And then on top of that, the crazy part is you know, our people will sit here and we'll protest and do all that for them. That's weird. We'll sit here and go, oh man, free Uganda. Stop the killing in Somalia.
Yeah.
But give them that white woman and they murdered the people family and people got in the courtroom and started hugging her and forgave her right in the courtroom.
Yeah. Who need to? Oh wow. He need to be his brother.
Liberate
Feel
Mandela.
sorry for her. And she's on trial for murdering their family. And she don't care nothing about her family that she murdered. Nothing.
Cold. It's cold world.
That's that programming. That's that programming where they program them to make you think, oh, white is pure. If they were to murder someone,
Right.
oh, they didn't really mean to murder someone because they're pure, they're good.
Man, but I don't believe that because everybody else call them devils too. Man, the Iranians call them devil. The Chinaman call them devils. Only people rock with them is the other Europeans. Don't nobody like the white boys, so-called white boy.
Yeah, they don't like them, but they're rolling when
Scared of them. They scared of them. They know they don't drop that nuke.
They roll with them when it comes to hating us.
They gotta hate us.
They roll with them when it comes to hating us. But if it were just those two, of course they're gonna be enemies. But when it comes to hating us, then they all confederate, they together.
That's that conspiracy. That's that conspiracy to take our name away.
Now, the part I didn't like about that case when that bailiff started rubbing that white girl's hair, petting her hair like a damn Barbie doll. I said, I can't.
Programming, bro. The programming. He's been programmed. He's been programmed. He's a sellout. That's what I mean. That's what to do with black officers and stuff. They take them and they take the environments to program against their own people. It happened to the brother Kazaka was in the truth. He wanted to be assured that they put him in the Twin Towers, enough and it's all poison his own people.
Yeah, he started beating up brothers in the jail.
Yeah, he started hating brothers and all that stuff, man. Hating
Hey,
his own people. And he was
that sound like Undercover Brother. You remember Undercover Brother when he got in that chair, they turned him to be white.
Yeah.
And they programmed him with all them white boy bleed with the beavers and all that.
They put him in that twin tower down there so he can, they start man pleasing them so-called them other Edomite sheriffs over there. Start hating his own people, start programming about they see they coming in here, they wicked, they evil, and they start programming with all that misinformation and stuff.
Yeah, that's Undercover Brother. On God, that sounds just like the movie Undercover Brother.
Yeah, they start hating his own people. Now when they know he's programmed to hate his own people, what they do with him? He puts him up in the neighborhood. Because now you know he's gonna go ahead and oppress his own.
Now you're Judas.
What happened? He killed shit. Definitely.
I don't know if he still is. He might still be, but he was hating on his own people.
Yeah, he need to find out from Locker Marble Bar.
He got extremely negative, man. He didn't care. He lost all his morals and everything, man.
Like remember dude from Boys in the Hood that pulled over the dude on Crenshaw, the officer that hated blacks.
I remember that part. Yeah, but yeah, definitely, man. That's what they do to them, man.
He was like, I hate your black gums.
Program to hate you. Program to hate your own. What they do. They love the enemy. All right, let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon.
We in chapter 4, verse 4. For though they flourished in branches for a time, yet standing not fast, they shall be shaken with the winds, and through the force of winds they shall be rooted out.
They're gonna be kicked out. They're gonna be gone with the force of wind goes off into doctrines and forces and stuff. Right? Wind, it also goes off into unseen things. Right? We hear it, we don't see. Right? A lot of them catching it all kind of ways. All right, go ahead.
Verse 5, the imperfect branches shall be broken off.
The what?
The imperfect branches shall be broken off.
Yeah, so the imperfect branches are branches that is mixed. They're not pure, right?
Like mixed multitude.
Yeah, they're imperfect branches. They're gonna be broken off. Imperfect branches, right? I'm speaking it from that's from a genetic, a gene level, right? You can also be imperfect because you're violating Torah.
Right.
You become an imperfect branch that way as well, and you would be broken off that way too as well. That's speaking on a spiritual level, right? Any level you're gonna be broken off. All right, go ahead.
Their fruit unprofitable, not right to eat. Yea, meeting for nothing.
Right, meat for
Meat
nothing.
for nothing.
Meat mean good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's an old
for nothing.
again. It's an old English word, meat, right?
Come,
First that woman said it's not meat. He said
come. For me to give
it's not good.
Blessings.
That's what meat is. It's an old English word, 1611 word. Means right or good. Yeah, good for nothing, or right for nothing. You know what I'm saying? When it says meat, your children are good and right for nothing. Now, usually it happens when you have that. Their children are usually, like I said, they usually bipolar, and they usually be wicked. Right, when they mix like that. So we have examples of it all over the Bible. Right? Examples all over, we got examples all over the Bible. We start with Ishmael. Mixed,
No, you want to make something.
right?
Come.
Mama's an Egyptian.
A bondwoman, right?
Okay, so you're gonna be a wild man. Every man ain't gonna be against him. You're gonna be a wild man.
But he tried to stab Isaac.
Right.
Wow.
He had that spirit of when he was young. Okay.
Wow, stab.
And then they descendants grew up to hate the Israelites. They have the resentment. I mean, all of them, Abraham descendants, all of them hate the nation of Israel. Because they mad that God made choice. God chose Isaac instead of Ishmael. And he chose Jacob instead of Esau. Right? And then all the other children that Abraham had with Keturah, they're the same way. Abraham sent them away from Isaac. They mad, they hate on Isaac and any children that Isaac had. Right. So they all of them band together through hating the Israelites. So those were the one that God chose. God made a choice. So they hate him. And so the rest of the other nations too as well. Once they find out God made a choice, they're like, what? Who? Immediately it's an issue. They don't like that.
Salakia, ain't that the reason why the angels got kicked out of heaven, or why they was mad at us or whatever? Because they had the service.
Satan got kicked out for other reasons. Said he was a murderer from the beginning.
He is alive from the beginning, kind.
Murderer that's before us. That's some other stuff he used to deal with before we came on the scene. But when we came on the scene, just an opportunity for him now to try to lash out at us. Hate on us, especially God's chosen. Right?
Kind. So that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Though. So it would have been the other. So it would have been the other, like other children who was trying to kill us first, or what it would have been. You see what I'm asking? Because like who? So who would have hated us first? It would have been the other nations that's hated us first, or it would have been the angels, or it would have been.
You talking about Israel?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Israel.
All the other Hebrews.
Oh, well, first it'll be Satan,
Well, why would Satan hate us though?
because we're sons of God. That's what the name means. We have a heavenly name. We have God's name, which he lost.
Which gives him a reason to hate us. So that would be why Jesus said that they just like they like their fathers of the devil, because they liars from the beginning, right?
Right, they're what he's saying that their fathers, because their father goes up into their teacher, right? Their teacher is teaching them to go against God. When Christ spoke to the Pharisees were actively pushing laws that was against God's law. And that's definitely Satan's one that's teaching them that. He's teaching everything against God. That's why he said, you have your father, the devil.
So is it okay? So see that now I get confused a little bit. So it is Satan. It's Satan, and then it's the other nations. But then we got people in our nation as well.
Yeah, you have people in our nation who don't know any better. They've been lied to, been deceived. They don't know who they are. It all starts, they don't know who they are. Let's start there. Well, the white man told them they're African American and they're all kind of crap. Yeah, African and they're this and that, so they don't know who they are.
So do you think the other nations have a like a alliance with the devil or something?
Sure.
So that's why they manipulated it so good for us to believe what we believe, or not believe what we believe, but the situations we are in is we just like that dog who won't leave the yard after it's been on the chain for so long.
Yeah, these nations know who we are, man. They know who we are, and they keeping it concealed. They know who we are. They all actively, they all in on it to keep us from our identity. Because they know when you come into our identity, it's their downfall. They know that.
Like Prince said, everybody can't be on top.
All right, go ahead, brother.
We have Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 6. For children begotten of unlawful beds are witness of wickedness against witnesses of wickedness against their parents in their trial.
Yeah, unlawful, but again, that goes into the mixing. Once you're going outside, the children are witness against that, right? The witness of wickedness, that is the Most High is calling that wickedness. Wow. Against them in their trial.
I mean, but wouldn't this fit for beds? What's other fit like adultery too as well? Right?
Again?
This fit adultery too as well, right?
Yeah. Right. Again, you can see the children usually bipolar. They usually be wicked. Matter of fact, they're gonna be wicked. You turn out to be wicked when they're like that. That's the issue of the problem. Go ahead.
Verse 7. But through the righteous be prevented with death, yet shall he be in rest.
Yeah. So the righteous is being prevented from going into that negative direction. The Most High take them off the earth. You know what I'm saying? Where they go into that negativity, that negative zone. With death, yet shall he be in rest. When the righteous die, they're rested. They're at rest. When the wicked die, is he rested? Wow. No, you go torment. Resting, he ain't resting.
Sound like he turning in his grave.
One of that rich man, when he died, he said he went to hell. He was in torment. That's where he went, right to torment. Lazarus went to Abraham's bosom where he was chilling. When they exit out of here, they go into torment. They don't. That's why God don't say, no, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Let him keep thinking that nonsense. Oh, you're gonna live once, you're gonna die. Okay, all right, we're done.
I mean, not all Israel can do that because it depends on like, what they've done in this life, but like, let's say if a person doesn't, immediately get like, get the second death immediately, like they're from Israel, they'll automatically go to the bosom of Abraham.
Smoke from Israel, you saying?
Yeah, Israel, yeah.
They don't get second death, you saying?
You say if they don't get the second death, because there's some probably in Israel that can get a second death immediately, you know what I mean? It depends on what they've done in this life. But if they don't get the second death immediately, but they automatically go to Abraham's bosom.
Well, for Israelites, you split up those that have not accept Christ. Then, you know what you're trying to say? Those don't accept because if you accept Christ,
Well, yeah,
You
I
have
guess,
to
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
that's you're not going to go second death. Now,
Right, but you automatically go to Abraham's bosom?
Yeah, if you accept Christ,
Yeah.
yeah, you go to Abraham's bosom, or you finna go to heaven. Let me get the verse right for the show you. Are you St. John chapter 14.
St. John chapter 4 and 3, you think?
Chapter 14.
Chapter 14,
chapter.
okay.
You can start at I think it's the first verse. It's not the first verse. St. John chapter 14, it's not verse 1.
Okay, I got it. St. John chapter 14, verse 1, and it reads, "Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me."
Go ahead.
Verse 2, "In my Father's house are many mansions, and if it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you."
So in the third heaven, there's many mansions up there. You can't even begin to comprehend the different compartments and rooms and stuff that's up there. And the diversity of beings that God has created. We hear just a little bit about the certain angels and beings that God had created. Right? Cherubim, seraphim, archangel, angels. So we have 4 faces and 6 wings and 2 wings and different things. And then Isaiah said he saw his train. He saw his train. What he's talking about, there was this long line of people coming up worshiping God. He said there was just a long train up there. The color of the train was just so long. Because I looked of different beings just coming up to the Most High, worshiping Him, or either coming taking orders or doing whatever they're doing for the Most High, but they're coming before Him. He said this thing is just long, and that's all we know. That's just little, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Christ in my part, there's many mansions. He wasn't so I would have told you. Right. We know how some mansions can get. Wow, elaborate. 50 rooms, 75 rooms.
Yeah, I started looking at the Titans, whatever they put up to the Wayne Mansion. I think it was huge. That was huge.
That's just one mansion.
Right, that's just
Right.
one.
My father, many mansions.
Right.
Wasn't so I wouldn't told you. I said I go to prepare a place for you in one of these mansions. Right. I go to prepare a place for you. Go ahead.
Verse 3. "And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you. I will receive you unto myself, that where I am, there may be there ye may be also."
Right. So I go to prepare a place for you. Right. So if I go prepare this place for you, then I will what? I will come again. Right. Come again and do what?
Get you.
He's coming to come get you. Right?
Mhm.
That what? And he says, and receive you where? Unto myself.
Right.
That where I am, you may be also.
Yes.
Right?
Mhm.
The apostles and them talked about when they were getting ready to die. They talked about how, let's stop talking. Start reading this. This is what we start reading.
Okay. No problem.
this guy don't, they love to run their mouth, they don't pull a verse. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
pull this one out, but like. You use that one all the time? I use it. Sometimes I hold with this. Oh, gotcha.
Let's get Second Peter chapter 1. Second Peter chapter 1. We're gonna get verse, I think it's 13 and 14. We got the Second Peter chapter 1, and let's start at verse 13.
I'll do this one.
Go ahead, Tony.
Second Peter chapter 1, starting at verse 13. They read, Yea, I think it meet,
Right? Good, go ahead.
B word again.
as long as I am in this tabernacle, to stir you up by putting you in the remembrance.
Putting you, so as long as he's in this flesh, the tabernacle, I'm gonna stir you up, keep you in remembrance. Right? That's what this is about, right? Yeah,
Right.
remembrance is the curse.
It's a call.
That's a curse. You know what I'm saying? Keep you remembering. That's what it is. People keep forgetting the Torah, they keep forgetting the Most High in Christ. He said, as long as I'm here, I'm gonna keep you remembering these things. All right?
Right, kind of makes sense.
Go ahead.
14. Knowing that shortly I must put off this my
Gotta
tabernacle.
put it off. See, take this off. This is like clothing. I gotta put this tabernacle off. Go ahead.
Even as our Lord Jesus Christ have shewed me.
Showed him. Christ came to him and showed him. Gotta take that off. If Christ showed him, I mean, he came to him.
Right, he came back to him. Yeah,
Came to him.
he came.
Like he said, I will come to you. If I leave, I'm gonna come to you to receive you unto myself. But you gotta take that off. You can't come where I'm at with that on. You can't have that on when you where I'm at. You gotta take that off. So he said, the Lord Jesus showed me that. You know what I'm saying? Just like he said.
So this tabernacle means it's like it's especially body. Then.
Come.
Got it. Okay, makes sense.
That's why we read last week about you're the temple of God,
You guys
the
come.
tabernacle of God.
Right.
Right. God dwells in you, tabernacle of God, and God should be dwelling in you. And if God is dwelling in you, then you should be acting God-like.
Come.
That's why all that cursing go out the window, all that lies, all that stuff should be gone. You should be walking like Hamashiach Yahushua. Because the Most High dwells in Hamashiach Yahushua.
Yes, it does.
See what he was doing. You can tell when that's not happening with someone. When you see them all that cursing, then you know God ain't dwelling in them. Yes, sir.
It's just like all the brothers be out in the zone, just cursing and going on. And and then they said that cursing is, I forgot what they said, some type of,
With rudeness speech.
yeah, not something like that, but it's some.
There's no justification for cursing.
Yeah, just, yeah, so they can curse.
I can put a lot of verses that will just kill all of that now. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Barak Hazak, Shabbat Shalom. I see you out there, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Let me see, brother.
He's not gonna come on.
He doesn't. I'm gonna give you opportunity. If you wanna speak. It's all good. But Barak, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I'll invite you on stage if you want to come on. It's up to you, Barak. You keep listening. It's all good, brother.
Get out the word.
You say hand raise? Is that what you mean?
I don't.
If his hand is raised, that means he's coming up on stage. Bring him up on stage. That means he want to come up.
Okay. Invite on stage.
I invited him on stage. His hand is. How do you?
Hey, click it again. Hey, click on that one. Yeah.
I tried again. I don't know what happened.
You click on it?
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe you want to come up there because I guess he's cool. It's all good. All right, let's get one more. Second Timothy chapter 4, verse 6. So yeah, Christ told him how to take that tabernacle off. Look at Christ came and got the apostles, took them up, took them where he is. Yeah. Finally return back with him. Second Timothy chapter 4, verse 6. Chapter 4, verse 6.
Second Timothy chapter 4, verse 6.
God.
For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand.
So Paul knows, see that? They tell you all the men of God, when it's time for them to leave, they tell them, you know, it's time, it's told. They're getting ready to go. So they can go get their house in order, right? They get whatever their fears is, talk to their children, whoever they get their financial or their will or whatever. They get their things in order. They're told that time is coming. You know what I'm saying? So for you, Paul, Peter, Christ told, Paul said the same thing right here, talking about the departure at hand. The only way he would know that unless he was told. I'm not sure Yahweh tried told him, because Christ said I would come and show myself to him and he would teach Paul throughout Paul's ministry. Throughout Paul's ministry, Christ constantly was coming to Paul and talking to him plenty of times. People don't know that. They think he was just going around, And Christ had just come to Paul, went to James, Peter, he went to the rest of them too. When it was, who you think was sending them out to the different places? And Christ was with them wherever they went. He was appearing to them, you know what I'm saying, talking to them and guiding them and telling them what to do, what to say. Just as it was with Christ. When Christ was here with the exact same thing, was it not? Right? He says angels will constantly coming to Christ. Right? All the time. We saw one of them where Moses and Elijah came to him, was talking to him about him dying. Tell him you can go die in Jerusalem, was talking to him about how it's going to happen. So he was told before he died how he's going to die, the whole 9 yards. So he knew the whole setup before, because he was told. That'll be the same thing with the man of Christ. Yes, sir.
So when he was on the cross, do you think he said, "Why have you forsaken me"?
He's quoting Psalm 22. He was quoting Psalm 22. I think he quoted the entire Psalm. They record some of it, but I think he quoted the entire Psalm.
The entire book of Psalm?
The entire
Go
Psalm.
ahead, sir.
That's the entire book, the entire Psalm. If you know that, do it.
You think that's funny?
What?
You all just laugh like that,
Like what?
like a bunch of hooligans and stuff.
I think he's trying to like be funny right
Yeah.
The man is dying.
The man ain't reciting the whole book of Psalm.
Yeah.
100.
Psalms is the most.
Right.
No, when you said entire Psalm, I'm thinking entire Psalm.
It's Psalm 22.
Psalm chapter 22.
He just did them, yeah, yeah, that's right.
That's the longest book.
That's the longest.
Yeah.
The longest one was the 119th Psalm.
Well, he meant the book of Psalms is a lot.
Oh, the book itself. Okay.
No, you just said the whole, just that chapter 22.
Yeah, just chapter 22. Yeah.
That's it, and he said he thanked the whole book.
He misunderstood.
I don't care what you misunderstood.
Well, you don't care. You don't care much.
Long song. You seen it?
Who was reading? Go ahead.
A lot of songs. Come on. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith.
See that? That's when it's time for you to go. when you have come, when you have finished your course, right? You have fought the good fight. You have finished your course, right? So everyone is on a course, right? But what the most I would have you on, I mean, that's why he called you out of that world. Called you out of that world for a reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Con.
Something for you to do. So when that time, when your course is done, time is fulfilled, you have fought the good fight, you're good. What Paul is saying, I kept the faith. Very important. Very important. You didn't flip flop. You didn't go back out there and try to come back in. You didn't flip flop. You stayed consistent, kept the faith. All right, go ahead.
Come. 8. And henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at the day.
That day.
At that day,
Go ahead.
and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing.
Appearance, all of those. The love is appearance. So it ain't him. So again, you're gonna be crowned, they're gonna be kings. Kings and priests. See, Paul talking about that, the king for the crown part.
Right.
So you're gonna be ruler of something. Right? Like you're ruler of maybe ruler of Los Angeles, ruler of New York.
Right.
There's enough to go around. Be the ruler of. Let's imagine if you was ruler of Los Angeles. Is that a huge area?
I mean, yeah, but I was thinking that you probably you wouldn't be in Israel. You would actually be in other parts of the world too. As
No,
well.
you in other parts of the world. You won't be. You might have a home in Israel, but you're gonna be in other parts of the world because you got to put down the Torah.
Right.
I was told you that they're gonna be in other parts.
Right.
They're gonna put it down. They're gonna be in other parts of the world as well. But of course, with the feast day, he's gonna be fly back.
Right.
To Israel. Everybody got to fly back to Israel.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
You're
sense.
gonna be around the world ruling in different
Right.
parts of the world.
Just even the city of Los Angeles is a big
I mean,
challenge.
that's no. Who would take that?
Right.
Who would take LA? You would take yes, sir.
You know, so I just asked one of those, LA bigger than Manhattan, New York.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, the land mass of Los Angeles is a lot bigger than New York. It's just that there's a lot more people that live there in New York, maybe because they have like the islands and things like that. They're just heavily populated, but the mass of it, like because LA is like a like just like I guess you can call like a big old area, but they have like different like areas in New York. But I believe that the land mass of LA is bigger than New York.
Oh, it's huge.
It sounds like New York holding more weight for you king of New York than rather the king of LA.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? LA, I mean California.
Right.
They want California.
Right.
It's big. That's just over here. You got South America, all that other places down there. Some of the places, there's enough places you can be a ruler. You can be a ruler over.
Yeah, you got like the places that we were talking about earlier in the Middle East.
Huh?
You're talking about the places like we were talking about earlier, like in the Middle East.
Yeah, all of them areas is there north. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Up in Italy and places
Right.
up there. There's enough. That's what I'm saying. People don't understand what they're going to get. I mean, you are a ruler of that particular landmass. Not only that, they can't touch you. You can't kill you. You have spiritual power.
Con.
You have this chariot, this cloud that flies you around. You know what I'm saying?
Right, for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Do what you want to.
So you believe that we'd be able to actually have like we could be able to fly ourselves or?
Definitely. You could have your own.
Okay.
You could have your own.
What sure.
Yeah. You could have your own. And you're able to go to the third heaven, which most people ain't gonna be able to go to.
Right, con, that's true.
Like the angels do. Yeah. That's why I have not seen no ear heard. You able to come into human flesh or into spirit. You have
That's an amazing ability right there.
You can do both. You run it, you gonna set it up. You gonna put in people in places where you're put in places and delegate people to do different things. And all that, set all that up. All that under the Most High Christ. And remember, living forever, you ain't dying. They dying, you ain't dying. You ain't going nowhere. They're gonna be there, they're gonna go through that recycling process, but you're not gonna go through that recycling process. You have eternal life. And they don't have that. Everyone ain't getting that. So it's well aware for what we're gonna get, what we're doing. People that don't, they don't believe. That's what it all boils down to. Do you believe? Most people don't believe. All right, let's go back. It wasn't the Apocrypha. Okay. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, and we left off at what? What was it?
Verse 5 or 6. Oh no, verse 7 or 7.
Okay, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse. Did we finish 6?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
finished
verse
this.
6.
Okay, verse 7. But though the righteous be prevented with death, yet shall be in rest.
It's not that being rest. All right, so we have that. Okay. We just went through that just now. Go ahead.
For honorable age is not that which standeth in length of time, nor that is measured by number of years.
So honorable age, nothing to do with how long you live. You can live a long time and be wicked. But it isn't about how old you are. It's about how you live them years. What were you doing in them years? Were you a upstanding person? Right?
Right.
You had integrity, respect. What kind of person you were? That's how it was back then. It was all about. And that's why in the Bible, it was about whose son you were, or I'm son of so and so, depending on the person, the father,
Right.
a reflection on the son. Right. They always ask you, who's your father? People come in and talk to the children and come in and say, I'm son of so and so. They don't go mention their name. Mom name is no, I want to hear your name. Who's your father? That's how they gauge you. Gauge about who your father is.
Right.
That's why it's very important.
That's like your pedigree.
It is your pedigree.
Yeah, that's your pedigree. That's your stocks, where you come from.
You see,
And they respond to you, you come from good stock. That's what they were saying, depending on the person, you come from good stock. All right, good. That's how they know if they can trust you. The father you come from.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 9. But wisdom is the gray hair unto men, and unspotted life is old age.
Yeah. Wisdom is a great, so men that have gray hair, they have a lot of wisdom. I mean, they know a lot, you know what I'm saying? They've seen a lot, they've experienced a lot, right? They are the one that's supposed to be directing you the right way, because they've been there, done that. And that's another reason why your parents should be picking your mate.
Right.
Because they know they've been there. I've been there, done that. No, that's not the right one for you. Your parents know how to read children, because they've been there, done that. That's how the Most High set it up. That's how he set it up. And that's why you see today most marriages are failing. Because it's not being done. The parents is not picking the mate.
Right.
If the parents was, I bet you'll be working.
Right.
Way more than it is that you see it working.
Now.
I guarantee you it would work way more if the parents did it. Yes, sir.
So normally when mama's not liking her son's mate, it's not that she not hating on her, she sees something that like let go of that, and you could be with my son farther than that. I'm not liking this little like, and she old, she don't know what she talking about, she washed away, she don't understand. But mama know, she like, I know what you are. It makes sense though, right?
Mama know, father know. Again, that structure is good. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's good to have your mate come around your parents. 'Cause your parents merely go into evaluation mode. You know how they get into. They sizing them up immediately. As they come around, they asking questions, they prying, they trying to establish you good for my daughter and my son. They sizing them up quick. You know what I'm saying? They want to know. They get a bad vibe. They go, oh no, I'm getting a bad vibe from this one right here. This is not gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's all gonna go back to that. It's gonna go back to that again, man. There are some people out here like that. Some guys that bring their girls to their mama, and their mama, you know what I'm saying, value.
Yeah, right.
If mama gonna approve it, like my mom gonna approve it, you have to go.
Right.
What?
Yeah, and then the names come like, oh yeah,
And they
your
get
mama.
mama's boy. Whatever. My mom see through you.
Right.
Mom see through me. You know what I'm saying? I'm rolling with mom. Mom say you ain't good, you gotta go.
Mama know best.
Mom like you, we rolling. All right, let's go back to the apocrypha. Where it was in the song.
We're in verse 10.
Go ahead.
He pleased God and was beloved of him, so that living amongst sinners, he was translated.
Yeah, he pleased the Most High. He just jumped into something. So I guess the gray hairs on the man, and unspotted life, his old age. He pleased God and was beloved of him. So living among sinners, he was translated. It kind of sound like Enoch.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I said about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of sound like Enoch.
sound like
You gonna get
Enoch.
some more, but he kind of like just jumped into that verse, into that particular, into that shift. Go ahead.
Verse 11, yea, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul.
Yeah, when I was coming up, they had this is the breakdown of this one. This was Christ, right? He was taken away. He was taken away at 33. Before he wasn't here until he was 70 and 80. He was taken away very young at 33, as was saying, so that this wickedness don't corrupt him and all that. This is what they were teaching guys. The one way. Am I right? This is what they were teaching like one.
Teaching something like that. Read that again.
Verse 11, yea, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul.
Yeah, and that's what they were teaching.
So they were teaching that.
What about Methuselah? Methuselah.
No. It's the oldest. They were teaching this pertaining to Christ. That's why he
died at 33.
Which he didn't die at 33. They got that wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling them brothers, man, stuff we were taught back in them days is wrong. A lot of them, they don't want to listen. I'm like, dude, brother, because you guys not studying. A lot of little stuff was wrong.
And people that came out of there, like brother, the one that be on FOP, one of them guys, he knew that was, well, he still think Ruth is an Israelite.
I already showed them that Ruth ain't no Israelite. They ain't got nothing to say. They start getting disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. They got stuff. They got stuff twisted, bro. It isn't the knowledge first. The conduct. It's the conduct that's first. It's the conduct, it's the respect of the conduct that's first. That's what's first. Then the information. If let's say you write about something you teach it, but you're cursing about it, you're disrespectful with it.
Right.
It ain't gonna profit. It's not gonna go over.
I know. They're not gonna receive the
They're
message.
gonna say, man, he was right, but man, he's
the argument.
disrespectful. He was all
Yeah.
over. He was.
Yeah.
They're not gonna receive it.
They're not.
Right? Leave a bad taste in people's mouth.
Yeah.
They don't want to listen to you. They're gonna avoid you. Like, man, he knows stuff, but I can't deal with all that.
They might not even say stuff. They just like, I just can't deal with it.
Right? You're not gonna deal with you. They're not gonna deal with you. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna deal with you. Right? Now you have some of them might want to deal with you because they like that. They like the curse.
Right.
They love that.
Right.
Yeah, they like that because that's how they are. So they gonna roll with that. But that ain't the Most High Christ. You can't show me no way Most High Christ is like that. Where is it? That's how Christ operated.
No.
No one know more than Christ. Let's just start right there. You don't even talk about you know more than Christ because you know you don't.
Right.
Let's just start right there. You mean let's get out the window.
Okay.
Look how he operated. Look how he moved. Always move. Always operate and move correctly. When it's time to call you out of what you are, that's what he did. If you was a viper, viper, call it accurately, right? But right, but was not with the foul language. Christ said he used foul language. Now one time he used foul language. Matter of fact, there is no curse words in Hebrew. There is no curse words in Hebrew. All that B and F, none of that is in the Hebrew language. That's not there. That's why it's called the Lashawan Quadash. It's called the holy tongue. You cannot be holy if it has these words in it.
Yeah, right.
Can be. Can it? No, it can't. You don't have these words in it. Yes, sir.
No, I'm just getting ready to say, so somebody done manipulating these people real good.
Definitely.
Fathers, forefathers.
Now, the people, somebody that was in that congregation, I don't know who, I think it was all y'all and them were cursing because a shot didn't go for it.
He right for us to go for that stuff, man. That's not.
The Iqua didn't curse like that.
Ooh, which Shabbat?
No, not that, no, I'm talking about the elder back in the one west. I know he wasn't running his mouth like that.
That's all wrong, bro. You're not supposed to be talking like that.
Cause he was out, he had a video of by himself out there in Times Square teaching, by himself. Dude
You're
72.
about Ariana's father.
Yeah,
Okay, come.
dude 72 years old.
Right.
By himself, teaching by himself. Didn't need no bodyguard, no nothing with him, just by himself.
Right. He wasn't disrespectful.
And wasn't disrespectful. Wasn't talking about it. If a white person walked by, he wouldn't calling him out no names. He just
Teaching the Bible.
teaching the
All
Bible.
you do is teaching the Bible. Yeah. You're supposed to.
And then now you got these camps, white dude come around, what up, Esau? Edomite looking at me, what's going on, you know?
We're calling them, you know, devil and all kind of.
Don't even know the person.
We ain't here for that. We here to teach our people. We ain't here to address them. They walk by, let them walk past. You know what
Let
I'm
him
saying?
go.
Yeah.
If you see a sister with one, let her go. Let it just both sides deal with it.
Cause that's really like setting it off. You disrespecting them and theirs. They like, well, we different from y'all, so we ain't got no respect for y'all. And that's the clash.
Yeah, we ain't addressed them. The apostle went out there in the jail just went for Israel. That's what they did. They went to get Israelites. There's no time for that. All right, come on back. Where we was?
We in verse 12.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 12. For the bewitching of, what is that? Naughtiness?
Yeah.
Naughtiness doeth obscure things that are honest,
Mhm.
and the wandering of concupiscence doeth undermine the simple mind.
Easy. Clearly. Bewitching is, you know what that is, that charm, charm, right? Enchant, right? To attract, right? That's what that is. The bewitching, the charm, the enchant, the attraction of naughtiness, right? Naughtiness, going off into misbehavior, disobedience, right? That's what it is to be naughty, right? To be naughty, you misbehave, right?
Simple way to say it. Definitely.
Right, so the charm and the enchantment or the appeal of misbehaving.
Misbehaving, right?
Misbehaving, right?
Right.
Does what? Obscure things that are what?
Honest.
That are honest. It does it not? That's what it does.
It does, yes.
Like turned out.
And it says, and then the wandering of concupiscence doth undermine the simple mind, right? I'm trying to see what I looked up, concupiscence, yeah. I looked it up before, I know we looked it up before in the, in the Bible. We have someone looked up right away?
Oh, yeah.
We didn't get that information. Yeah, I think it's, I know it's something to do with something he's wicked.
So like I was so
The word you looking for?
Concupiscence.
I've heard that word before too. In the Bible.
People go all kind of lust and all kind of, yeah, I know all that's up in there.
Dude, that's not like this. Special.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. It's just a strong sexual desire, lust.
Strong, strict sexual, I know it's all desiring love. So the wandering of strong sexual desiring love does undermine the simple mind. Yeah, perfect.
It does.
Simpleton.
Simple mind. Yeah.
I remember Sunshine, right?
Remember who?
Sunshine.
And then,
Throw her up in the air.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep.
Red
Yep.
Fox was like, yeah, man, I like to see that.
Yeah. That's messed them all up. Messed them all up.
So said, look, he called his wife. Look, put your mama on the phone, darling.
Yep.
Look, I ain't coming home no more. Tell the kids I love them.
Yep. Let's go back to the pocket. Who was reading?
Me,
Go ahead.
verse 13. He being made perfect in a short time fulfilled a long time. For his soul pleased the Lord, therefore haste he to take him away from among the wicked.
Yeah, again, that's goes off there. They were saying that was Christ, right? What they were saying. Right? And I'm like, this is supposed to be written and put down before he even came on the scene.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? They were saying this was Christ. Go ahead.
Verse 15. This the people saw and understood it not, neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and mercy is with his saints, and that he hath respect unto his chosen.
Chosen, there it is. See that? Respect unto his chosen, right? That's when people don't understand when they be using this phrase out of context about God in respect of person. I say you don't know what you're talking about. But if I put this verse right here, in respect of chosen, that's kind of respect of person.
Right, yeah, definitely.
But you don't understand what respect of person is talking about. In respect of person.
So when they speak, I've heard the phrase, but when they speak of that, what are they talking about when they say that?
They're talking about God, like God don't choose one over another. You know, in respect of a person.
Oh, okay. Because he accepts everybody.
That's what he's trying to say, right?
Okay.
Which is a lie. No, that's not true.
Jacob over Esau.
Definitely.
Right.
Isaac over Ishmael.
Right.
Cain
Going on.
Dave over Cain.
David over Saul.
Noah over everybody.
You had it. We go on and on.
Over everybody.
Yeah. Respect of person is talking about title. Respect of title. A person's title.
Right.
Okay. You don't respect
Take
your
title.
title.
Right.
Title.
Con.
Not respect your title like that.
Right.
I'm married. Yeah. I'm Duke. So.
Right.
Yeah. That doesn't mean you ain't wicked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sergeant Captain Saber.
Yeah. About the person's character and his conduct, right? You could be a king and be wicked, right or wrong.
Oh yeah. All the
You
time.
could be a priest and be wicked too.
Sure can. Rabbi, all that.
Paid
All
for.
of that stuff, all them titles, whatever one title you want to put in yourself, it's about the person's character and his conduct. What is he doing? That's what the God Most High looking at. Yeah, respect of you because you have a certain title. They're looking at you different, like you holier than thou. No, sir. But the Most High respect of person, why? Because some person operate different from other people, right? Some are more respectable than others, right? Some have integrity and some don't.
Right.
Some living like beasts.
Mhm.
Some are just downright vile and despicable. Can't lump them all together. You have different respect for certain people, just how they operate. That's how they operate.
Damn.
Yeah, out there.
What?
Yeah, dark it is. What time is it?
5.
No, not dark yet.
That's it is.
No, no. Yeah, see through the trees is not dark.
Yeah, so it isn't about respect of
I'm getting there.
title. So again, respect of persons is talking about title, not speaking of the individual.
Okay, speaking of title, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, talking about the.
But then they're taking it's probably a mistranslation of the word. It's probably a mistranslation of the word.
But that's what he's saying when he's saying guys in respect of person, he's talking about their title.
Talking about their title.
Yeah, talking about their title,
Okay.
not the individual.
You know, I do see what you're saying because it would be like, respect me, I'm an elder, I'm the big homie, little, you're gonna have to respect me, and they'd be like, you didn't do nothing to even earn no respect.
Right.
Like, you
Right.
really degrading yourself.
And then you got some people talking about double honor and all this other stuff too.
Huh.
Double honor.
The elder that ruled well, it said. That ruled well, right? You have a track record of doing the right thing.
Right,
It ain't just because you an elder,
right.
right? That's why I told the brother over there, I said, you're not an elder, you just older.
Who is that? Who you talking about? One or who?
No, I told that, we got it in Downey, we got it there.
Oh, you talking about the Boreal?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
because I'm an elder. I'm
You know, you're older.
older.
Cause Ricard from GOCC tried to call him, oh, you the elder of California.
That's what I told him, yeah, he's trying to say,
He's the elder of
He
California.
over California, the elder of California.
He's part of GOCC.
Man,
Dude,
some
check this out, brother's wicked, he in a motorcycle club, isn't
Look at all what the stuff.
he? Yeah, he's in a motorcycle club.
Oh, I remember you talking about.
Gotta get him straightened out, but you brother, you don't have that, you're not an elder.
And don't want
That's
to
earned. You earned.
That's what the brother did, like all the music, brother. Like he did, you were talking about another brother that used to do like the metal stuff. That's not him, is it?
Trying to think. What?
Cause you saying the brother used to do like be in a metal band or something like that. I think.
Oh, that was the brothers from the Kool-Aid crew.
The Kool-Aid crew.
The crew. Oh, the angel crew. All right, and then you wanna-
Yeah, don't drink Kool-Aid, cause how Jim Jones got rid of those people down there in Central America.
Jim Jones juice.
He put that, so that's what, but that's what basically, that's the thing, it's the cool, don't drink the Kool-Aid, but the Angel crew.
And the angel coming to that brother, why the angel coming, the angel crew.
Think about to use that one, the Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid crew. All right, go ahead.
Verse 16. Thus the righteous is, let me start that over. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 16. Thus the righteous that is dead shall condemn the ungodly which are given and
Living.
which are living, and youth that is soon perfected the many years, and old age of the unrighteous.
Con. So, yeah, righteous dead people gonna condemn living wicked people. Right? Condemn the ungodly which are living, and youth that is soon perfected the many years and old age of the unrighteous. Right, we have a hold on. That far. I got a precept here. I'm trying to see what is.
You finally can't see something on that paper.
I don't know how you can see what you can see on there anyway, but you can read it though.
You have to come back to that precept, yeah. Hold on. I don't know how I don't,
Yeah, what you think of that Latino guy that played Namor? Is he considered a mix?
that's how he looked.
Is he supposed to be like an Atlantean?
Yeah, well, they changed the whole story
Oh, yeah,
because of Aquaman. That was stupid.
okay,
Anyway, they get Attila Klein, whatever the name of that place is called.
okay.
It's supposed to be in Mexico though,
Yeah, somewhere central. But he's supposed to be a mixed Mexican, but he think he's indigenous.
A mixed Mexican.
What is a mixed Mexican?
He's already mixed already, he's Mexican.
He's double mixed?
It's a Mexican.
I don't want you to overcharge the battery.
Whatever, they are Mexican and Indian, but they still consider themselves mixed. Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're supposedly supposed to be mixed with. Like, it's supposed to be mixed like with Aztecs or some Aztecs and with Spaniards or something. It's supposed to be mixed with, I think.
So each, yeah. What Aztec in Spain?
I believe so.
Probably
Because
something else.
Spain like conquered them. You know what I'm saying? So they actually mixed with the indigenous people that are already here.
We're going something down here, I can't read.
You called it.
I don't know. I never thought see the day of that happened.
Nah.
Figure it out though.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah,
So-
HOS. I'm like, HOS, that's
Oh,
not it.
That's not what it was supposed to be.
HOS.
HOS 40, 45, and 50. Anyway, let's continue to go. So the youth that is so perfected the many years and old age of the unrighteous. You can learn fast, you get perfected in youth for many years, and that's what you study it.
Would Jose, would HOS mean Hosea or no?
I was thinking the main Jose, but I'm not getting a chapter here. I just have 45 and 50.
I don't think Hosea has
Look,
to
I
be a
left the
chapter
verse
though.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 17. For they shall see the end of the wise and shall not understand what God in his counsel hath decreed of him, and to what end the Lord hath set him in safety.
Yeah, currently, let's get that precept on Isaiah 57.
Okay.
And 12. So we can understand more of that. They don't understand at the end of the wise. When in the Most High's counsel of what the Most High have done, you'll get this understanding here. Isaiah chapter 57, verse 12.
Isaiah 57, verse 12. Okay.
Hold on. Isaiah chapter 57, not 12, 1 and 2.
Okay.
1 and 2.
Yes, sir.
Isaiah chapter 57, verse 1 and 2. The righteous perish, and no man here, layeth into heart.
Lay up it. The righteous is dying and no one's laying it to their mind, resting upon their mind, right? I mean, it's not bothering them. Go ahead.
And merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come.
No one is thinking about they've been taken away because evil is about to come.
That's the evil, yeah.
Go ahead.
He shall enter into peace, they shall rest in their beds. Each one walketh in his uprightness.
Walking in their uprightness, right? what it is, right? Again, this is the Old Testament. When they died in the Old Testament, they went to go get rest. You know what I'm saying? Come into the New Testament of Mashiach Yahushua, it talks about when he resurrected, he had other souls in the grave that also came up from their rest to be with him. He took them up, he took them to heaven, to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So dying in Christ is different than when you died before him.
So the people that go to heaven, would those be like considered the elect or
That's part of the elect.
as part of the elect?
Those
Okay,
were those were the 24 elders that he took up there.
okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, certain men from the Old Testament. Don't
Got it.
specify who they were. But the
Okay.
24 elders, they said they were redeemed from the earth. They say that.
Right.
But I mean, there had to be some persons on the earth, and the person who would redeem them would have to be Christ. Nobody else. So when the righteous men are dying, people don't even understand that God has taken them away from the earth because evil is about to come. It's about to happen. They don't even see that. They're like, oh man, he died. Oh, okay, yeah. You look at it from a spiritual perspective. All right, let's go back. Wisdom of Solomon.
And that's where Methuselah got taken to
Right.
before the flood.
He took a week before the flood came. God took Methuselah.
Was
A week before, yes, sir.
he Enoch dead, father?
Enoch didn't die.
No, I mean like Enoch, like father.
What
He's talking about is Methuselah related to Enoch anyway?
He is in his line.
He's not.
Y'all in the same lane.
He's asking if that's Methuselah's his father.
No,
Okay.
his father is Jared. Jared.
Okay.
I think Jared was his father. Matter of fact, let's make sure.
It was Jared.
Get it wrong.
Do they talk about Methuselah in the Bible, or is that just in Jasher?
He's in the Bible.
Oh, in the Bible too. Okay. They're talking about his age in Jasher, but
Yeah, the age should be in there too as well.
okay, cool. Okay, got you.
Get it real quick. You know, they can. It's all about being accurate.
No problem.
Correct. You said Enoch's father, right?
Con,
Okay. Jared.
Jared.
And Jared lived 100 years and 2 years and begot Enoch.
Oh, so I
The
get
Enoch father was Jared. And I think let me see. And Enoch begot Methuselah.
Con.
So Methuselah, his father was Enoch.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Got you. He was close. He was just the other way around.
None of us. Yeah, Methuselah, yeah. And then Methuselah begot Lamech, and Lamech begot Noah.
Con.
Okay.
And again, Methuselah lived the longest.
Right.
Did
It was like what 970 some years, something like that.
Huh?
969.
Yeah. Got a week before the flood. Yes, sir. Who was that?
Whoa. He died a week before the flood?
Yes, sir.
And that's God taking him before the evil comes.
Yeah, that's what he just. That's right.
Well, he, Most High, Methuselah died, and then Most High came and got him. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, took him off the earth week before the flood came.
Yeah, we
So he was like, okay, that's nah, you got, come on.
That also tell you what he was doing all that time,
Right.
telling them to shapen up, straighten out. He wasn't listening. And like it was just, Noah telling them. Methuselah's father is Enoch. Enoch was telling them. You think Enoch taught his son?
Right.
Same thing.
Right. Same thing.
He was telling them.
Right.
They wouldn't want to listen.
So if he would have listened, he would have been on the boat with Noah, right?
If who wouldn't listen?
Methuselah, if he would have listened.
Methuselah didn't listen.
You did listen. Yeah.
He died though before.
Yeah, Moses took him
He
from
was
the
took
Hebrew
him
spot.
before it.
And like he took him because he did something wrong.
Right,
You know what
right.
happened?
What about Lamech? What was he?
Lamech too. Lamech was the
Lamech.
father of Noah. Him too. Again, Methuselah is living, he's 900 and something, so he's way up there, you know what I'm saying? Lamech, Lamech, he's old. Methuselah's older, he's just living that long.
Noah's 500 almost at this time, huh?
He's 500 at this time. 500 at this time. You see all the ages match, because Methuselah is 9.
Come on.
He's in his 900s. Yeah, that's the time when Noah was in his 5. And his father probably in his 6.
Come on. Probably 6 or
Yeah,
7.
he's in his 9.
And they was tall people, right? It was tall.
Definitely, tall people, according to what they found of Noah's wife's sarcophagus, he was at least 15 feet tall. It would definitely make sense that before the flood, that's how it was. It was more compact with the air. It was more, everything was bigger and stronger. They have found these big old animals and stuff, huge dragonflies. And the little small one you see flying around, it was way big. Everything was way bigger back then.
Even the grapes was bigger back then.
Even in the Bible, it tells you the numbers. They brought some grapes back.
Yeah.
The grape was bigger than the people that was bringing it back.
Right,
See, that's the type of news I like to make.
So it ain't like I'm making stuff up. We have proof of it in the text that if the grapes were that big, you know, the human beings was bigger. It was way bigger too.
Right.
Yeah, we reduced down. Yeah, so we got smaller.
But you think that went with our lifespan too, us getting smaller?
That's why they're
and
living
lesser
that long.
life?
If you 15 feet, 16
Right.
feet tall, you would live to be 900 and 800 now.
Right.
It would make complete sense you would live that long.
Right.
You that strong.
Right.
That complete sense.
And then to fight the giants, so.
Giants, they were taller than that. The Giants were taller than that. They were going off into 25 and 30 feet type of situation. It was way taller than that. It was way taller. But even then, after the flood, even they got shorter.
Yeah, they showed.
Before the flood, they were taller. They got shorter. They got into the 15 and 13 type of feet. Right, like Goliath, they were.
Because like Goliath was what, 6.5 kilos,
Goliath.
right?
Huh?
Like Goliath was 6.5 kilos.
Yeah, he was about like 13 feet or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, even they got shorter, but they were like, you know what I'm saying, way taller than before the flood.
Yeah, you know, there's some brothers that don't believe in them. They said what giants, like these other camps, they don't believe in that.
They don't understand the Bible, that's why.
Because I was listening to the brother, one named, Karai, and he was talking to the other brother about that there was no such thing as giants, and then my spirit was saying, telling me, now you see how dumb these all these brothers are? And
They don't know what about it. The Bible said it was giant.
Right.
and I'm like,
Clearly.
you know, to myself, I'm like, where am I coming with this
It
stuff?
said there were giants in those days
And
and after that.
Right.
You know, but it just goes to show that they really not reading it. They just going out there on the street corner, like I said, blah, 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 blah. Just trying to outdo one another. That's basically what they're doing. I'll talk.
They're about that red numbers. Numbers clearly, they said when they went over there, they said we was like grasshoppers to these people, is what they said.
Right.
Grasshopper, they got to be giants there if you grasshopper to them.
Right.
They said, even in our eyesight, we were
We were grasshoppers to them. If that ain't a giant, I don't know what the heck is.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. One squash.
That's what I'm saying.
It's that squash.
I'm just saying,
I don't know
man.
what book they're reading.
Mom, all these brothers, they think when we was at the gift and they was coming up to one like, hey, he was some damn, oh, he's that older, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I don't need to go sit down. This dude don't know what he's talking about half the time. And he's a drunk.
Wow.
I said something. I don't know if they're reading the same Bible I'm reading. They must be reading another Bible with this stuff not in there.
What?
All these verses taken out.
Not the Talmud.
But something else. They say stuff. I'm like, dude, it says it right here.
Right.
About how angels ain't slept with men. Because
Angels ain't.
Because your problem is you don't understand the Bible. You don't understand the Bible. You're stuck in that mindset that said, well, angels don't have sperm. Of course they don't. They have sperm in the angelic form, they don't.
Right.
But angels come in the flesh, it's all over the text.
Right.
Who think came to Abraham? It says 3 angels came to Abraham. Who came to Lot? 2 angels came to Lot, and they ate 11 bread. It wasn't in the spiritual form, it was in the fleshly form.
He fell.
They can at that point have sex with women in a fleshly form.
If you can eat,
You can eat.
You can eat, yeah, sex. That's what they're missing, and I'm like, how come you don't see it? Who you think Jacob was wrestling? He was wrestling an angel, it said. You couldn't wrestle him in his angelic form.
can't even
Couldn't do that in angelic form, he'd been dead.
stand up in it.
Couldn't stand up in angelic form, you faint. It tells you when it comes to angelic form, you faint. You cannot stand up when it comes to you in that form. We see it with John the Revelator in Revelation. That's what he said. When he came to him, he saw me, said, I was flat on my face, I was out. He said, I fell out, I blacked out. Same thing with Daniel. Daniel blacked out too. Angel came to him, he blacked out, he said, I lost all my strength, I was flat on my face, on the ground. I don't know what book they read. They read another
No,
book.
they reading comic books.
They lost their mind.
They read comic books about it.
They don't pay attention to what they're reading.
They just don't get it.
It's all over the book. I don't know what they're talking about, bro. These guys are crazy. This is right to their pocketbook. That's why I'm telling I said, brother, what we were talking was wrong. I told brother, I said, brother, what we were talking was wrong, bro. I ain't say all of it is wrong. I said, but a lot of it is wrong. You gotta go over it for yourself and make the correction. Because you're gonna continue teaching the same lies and continue it down. You gotta stop that cycle of teaching the lies again. You gotta break it.
You're supposed to chew up the meat and spit out the bones.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
We at verse 17?
I think so.
Verse 16. Did we finish 16?
Yeah, I think you were 18, brother.
Okay. Verse 18. They shall see him and despise him, but God shall laugh them to scorn, and they shall hereafter be a vile carcass
Dead body. Go ahead.
and a reproach among the dead forevermore.
Yeah. That's what they're gonna be. They should see him and despise it. So when they see the righteous die like that, they see and they despise it. They hate him. But God's gonna laugh them to scorn. Because they're the ones gonna be this vile carcass. When God bring that vengeance on them. All right, go ahead.
Verse 19. He shall rend them, for he shall rend them and cast them down headlong, that they shall be speechless. And he shall shake them from the foundation, and they shall be utterly laid waste and be in sorrow, and their memorial shall perish.
Yeah, see that? There's the curve.
Shall perish.
They're mentioned. They can be mentioned no more.
Blot it out.
That's another way of killing someone. Not mentioning them. I mean, no one knows about you. No one's talking about you. Your memory is dead. That's another way of killing you.
So that's why Freddy Krueger and Mary, all like, you gotta mention their name and then they come back.
That's keeping them alive. That's a way of keeping them alive. You know what I'm saying? Not speaking their name. That's another reason why God don't want to mention the names of these other guys. You mention their name, you're kind of keeping it alive. You know what I'm saying?
You said what again? Say it again?
God should don't mention names of other gods.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, mention their names. Keeping that alive. Keeping that going. That's another reason why they want to keep us from mentioning Most High's name. Keep his name and his name. They put a ban on the name. You couldn't call the Most High name. You know, and we calling ourselves the Israelites, they want to put a ban on that. They're trying to kill that, yes, sir.
Because I was thinking about something you said last week. You was talking about how the Christians invoke the name of Yahushua. You know, they always using the name Jesus.
Not Yahushua, Jesus.
Come on. So we are we doing better than them invoking his true name? Because
of course.
Okay, so I just wanted to, you know, because we need to start saying his name more. We need to always constantly be. I think that's why what was his name? Shalash used to say his name so much. That's
He's saying it too much.
okay. You don't want to be overreaching, but you want to
You
find
don't want to overdo anything.
calm. Okay.
You ain't gotta say his name every time you read a Bible verse. Imagine if you did that every time you read a Bible verse.
Okay.
How would that look?
No. Yeah.
Start to look like annoying, kind of like
It gets annoying. It gets annoying. It might be fine the first day. You're like, wait, I gotta love Christ. You know what I'm saying? If you do it every day, we meet and every verse, we pull it.
Okay.
Because back then we used to pull, right now, we ain't pull that many. We used to pull 50, 60, 70 verses all the time. Sometimes more than that.
Right.
Plus precepts.
Right. So every time he reads, he would do that.
Every time he read, every single, there was not a time that he didn't do it. Every time he did it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I be thinking he's just faking it.
That's what
like it after a while.
That's what a lot of people would
That's
like
how
do.
you begin to get up to a while. You
Right.
know,
That's a lot of people view it.
now you begin to get phony.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, after meeting with the brother, whatever. I don't think that he's trying to do that. Talk like that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't think so neither, but it didn't bother me because my
Right.
thing was he giving Christ respect.
Right.
But other people that wasn't as spiritual,
Right.
it offended them. He got phony, like you said, to them. You know, they thought he was more holy than anybody else, saying that.
Right.
Like we all don't love Christ up in here.
Right.
It made you feel better when you read a verse you didn't call Christ's name.
Huh.
You feel what I'm saying? But he's doing it. You feel that kind of guy.
If he's doing it enough.
Because he's doing it, yeah. If he didn't do it, it felt like you was told him shade on Christ's name, but he did it so much. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of got offensive a little bit. I was trying to talk to him. I said, brother, bring it down a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You want to try to hear.
Wow.
And then you saw how fake he was when he started talking about trying to bag on people and.
Yeah, I told him, I like Justin, man. You gotta grow up, man. They didn't know when to turn it off. I do that. There's time to be joking. There's time to get serious.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you guys can't take a joke.
Right.
You can dish it out, but you can't take it. That's just if you can't take it, you shouldn't really
Dish it
engage
out.
in it.
Exactly. Not at all.
Don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, cause I got the best of both of them and they come at me.
But they joking is fine. Is when they get personal. I'm like, dude, just keep it
Right.
between y'all two. Stop bringing people, mamas and fathers and sisters and all that stuff in a personal stuff in.
Right.
Just keep it between y'all two. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep it right there.
Right.
They could, when they start going wrong, like now, I like, no, y'all gotta shut that down, bro. Now I'm gonna pull the verses on you now. I'm gonna go to the Bible and say what y'all doing is out of order.
Well, they didn't know nothing anyway.
They didn't know they was still not serious about the book. You know what I'm saying? Not serious about the Bible. All right, let's finish up here. Wisdom of Solomon.
Come.
We're in verse 19.
Verse 19. For he shall rend them and cast them down headlong, that they shall be speechless, and he shall shake them from the foundation, and they shall be utterly laid waste and be in sorrow, and their memorial shall perish.
Go ahead.
And when they cast up the accounts of their sins, they shall come with fear, and their own iniquity shall convince them to their face.
Yeah.
Wow.
Their own iniquity shall convince them to their face what you did. If them books are open up and they start to read what you done did, you're gonna say, your own wickedness is gonna convince you to your face.
Like a slap in the face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you did.
Mm-hmm. So all that doing wickedness is a bunch of it's stupid, it's foolishness, bro. It's all gonna come back on you again. You think you slick and getting away, you're not getting away with nothing. When it comes back on you, you're gonna wish you haven't done it. You're gonna wish you haven't done that. You're like, oh man. Cause now it's payment time. People love to do stuff, and they gonna lean on God's forgiveness and God's mercy or something like that. They do to take advantage of it. Take advantage of the Most High's forgiveness and His grace and His mercy. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of stuff and say a lot of stuff, and they just automatically assume that God's going to forgive them. They automatically assume that. It's an assumption on their part. It's not an assumption on their part. Because if you're doing it deliberately, then He ain't going to forgive you. You got things twisted. Who would do something like that? If I you deliberately trying to hurt me? Nah, it's different. Is it not?
Yeah,
You can come to me and say, "Oh, forgive me." No. You was trying to hurt me. No, I'm not letting that go. You was literally trying to hurt me, trying to do me harm. It wasn't an oversight on your part. You was literally trying to hurt me. Now the context is different. Right? So don't try it. I'm gonna purpose this sin. I'm gonna lean on. Yeah, go try it. See what's gonna happen. For some reason, people think, I don't know, they got this impression that God is dumb or something. I don't get it sometimes. Like they think that God don't know, like I can just run something by Him. He can't run nothing by Him. He knows everything. He's gonna run by Him.
Then they say the 77 folds.
Yeah.
7 folds.
It ain't for a rude awakening.
Calm.
It ain't for a rude. I mean, you won't also want to do that to you. Right? Especially if you know.
Do one to others come.
You think I'm dumb or something? Well, you're just gonna just deliberately just do that, and I'm gonna let just it's okay, it's all good. Without no consequences.
What's gonna be consequences and repercussions?
Yeah, you keep playing with the Most High grace and mercy and find out the hard way. Keep it up. Y'all keep it up. Don't have it. All right, let's get one more chapter in there. Let's get chapter 5. We're going to end it out after chapter 5. Wisdom of Solomon is through chapter 5.
I'll keep reading.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 from the top. Then shall the righteous man stand up in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
See that? Then we're going to stand up. Those that afflicted us and have made no account of the word we have put in. Right? This is going off into the end. This is how it's going to be in the end. Go ahead.
Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
When they see it, they're going to be troubled with terrible fear. Go ahead.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for.
Yeah, the strangeness of how he is being saved. How he's being saved. It's going to tell you more. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And they shall repent, and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he.
Wait, this you reading that, you gotta read that right, bro.
Come on, okay.
They're gonna be repenting in anguish of spirit, right?
Come on.
When they see the strangeness of how he's being saved, and now torment is coming, right? They're being anguished in spirit, right? And saying within themselves, this was he.
Okay. This was he.
This was you with him, and he's saying, this is the chosen. This is the man of God.
Okay.
This was he.
Okay.
They don't think, right? This is he can go off into he's the righteous, the chosen, the man of God. They don't look at him like that. Right. This was he. Go ahead.
Whom we had sometimes in derision,
Had him in derision, had him confused, had him fighting against each other. Go ahead.
and a proverb of reproach.
And a proverb of reproach, right? NIGGA, right? Monkey, whatever else you want to put on it, you know what I'm saying? A proverb all that.
Ain't nobody
This
worried.
was he, what we were talking about, we call him a monkey? They had them fighting themselves and all that? Him? Go ahead.
Verse 4. We fools accounted his life madness.
See that? Don't they? They count our life to be what? That's madness over there. Selling drugs, gang banging, fighting, all that. That's madness. We count all that's madness right there. Go ahead.
And his end to be without honor.
Am I right or wrong? That's why we get shot out in the streets, because the end was without honor, and his end to be without honor, that's going to be the end of them. Go ahead.
Verse 5. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High?
How? Wait a minute. How? How? Wait a minute. How? How did that happen? Go ahead.
And his lot is amongst the saints.
And there's a lot is amongst the set apart. They don't look at us in the ghettos and slums and how we live like we're in any of that. You don't see that. Do you see that? You don't see that. You wouldn't get that from that. Right? Ghettos and slums, gang banging, drugs, whatever you want to, they look at it like, no.
He's not.
You don't, that don't equal sons of God, children of God. That don't equal that none way. They don't even see that. They don't equal that. Because they don't know that this is our judgment. That's why they don't see that. This is we were getting judged for what we did. That's why they don't see it. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us.
No, none of that thing happened. Go ahead.
We worried ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction.
Have they not?
Come,
Isn't this true? Doing that, worry themselves in we're in destruction.
come.
Look at them, they're doing it. Go ahead.
Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way, but as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
They have not known it. Do they know it?
No.
They don't know it. They went to desert. Are they not doing all that? Looking for all kind of strange animals and plants and all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Underwater and all over the place. But the way of the Lord is not something that they're trying to find. Right? They're trying to find exotic animals, right? And endangered species, and they're all over in the Congo, they're all over here, they're on the water, they're all over the place.
Jumping out of planes at 90.
But they're not trying to find the way of the Lord. None of them trying to find that.
The person that created it all.
Right. Ain't none of them trying to find that. Trying to find everything else but that.
Righteous.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. What have pride profited us? Or what good hath riches with our vaunting brought us?
With their vaunting. Yeah. Vaunting is boasting.
Okay.
With their boasting.
Con.
Are they not boasting?
Con. They boasting, they bragging.
They boasting big time. Remember that sheriff? You know what that sheriff said? So I was shot. What he said? I was shot 16 of them and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He was boasting up. He was boasting. Get him. Yeah, they do all that. Sometimes they do behind the scenes a lot. Sometimes you catch them outside saying it. Oh, they boasting.
He was proud to
They
kill
think
that.
they're invincible. Without pride, got them. Got to get them in the lake. You're gonna get the lake. Go ahead.
Verse 9. All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that has hasted by.
And a post that has haste to all this life right here is gonna be like a dream of memory. You're gonna be gone. You don't remember this.
So you're not gonna remember anything from this past one?
Yeah, it's gonna be gone.
So put that at me.
Ain't nothing to remember. What you want to remember with this judgment? You know what I'm saying? All we want to do, we trying to get through it, right? They call it a means to an end, right? Like you do something just to
Get it over.
just to get it over, just to get on to the next day. To get through this day. To get on to the next day. When you get on to the next day, you think about the next day, or you ain't on that.
I'm not on that.
You're trying to just get through that day to get to the next day. When you get to the next day, you ain't on that. You on that day that you on trying to get through that day because you're looking for that right day where all that's just behind you. You're not dealing with that, right? Because over here, we over here making a whole lot of mistakes over here, right?
Con.
Get some things right, and get some things wrong. We're doing this thing right. Right. Trying to fight to keep the faith and all of that.
Right.
But now that we don't got through this, man, it's like, man, that's behind us. We ain't worried about that. We here now.
Con. Right.
We perfected. It's about what's ahead of us, right?
Con.
Now what's behind is that's what ahead of us. Because now we got Christ here,
Con.
right? As long as we don't have Christ here, what we gonna be doing? We're gonna do a whole lot of reflecting. But we mostly reflecting on him, reflecting on the righteous things, right? We reflecting on the mistakes of our forefathers, right? But when Christ come back, we need to be doing that no more, right? We need to be doing that. He's here, and he ain't leaving. So we got to worry about it. Oh yeah, he leaving again. Nope, not leaving. Not leaving. If I do leave, where I go, you can come.
Oh, praises.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Never left alone again.
More long days.
No more of that. No more of that. Yeah, man. Just reflecting on making mistakes and do all that. But now we're perfected.
Right.
We're perfected. You know?
That time, definitely, none of that stuff gonna happen.
Yeah. Because now you don't need it.
You don't need it. At that point, you don't
You
need it.
don't need that no more.
Mm.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 10. And as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway of the keel in the waves.
Right. What that ship pass through and them waves, when that wave disappear, you don't know where you went. You don't leave no trace of nothing. It's back to straight normal water again.
Right.
But that's how it is. When we come, hey man, where the trace of that? Gone. Erased, gone. God himself said, I remember your sins no more. You can ease forgetting. It's gone. Get up out of here. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Or as when a bird hath flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be found, but the light air being beaten with the stroke of her wings and parted with the violent noise and motion of them is passed through, and therein afterwards no sign where she wants is to be found.
Yeah, gone. Gone. Show you how the bird using the wind to go ahead and fly. Wow. It's terrorists and stuff like that, using it. The way that the wings are made. It uses the wind to climb. And to dive and to move. You know how to move it. It's like a monkey swinging through the trees and the vines and all of that. And the bird uses the wings to do that with the air.
Need to do it.
We seen them. Listen, a bird can do this and do this. You see them do that?
We mean go backwards?
You didn't see them go backwards?
No.
Plenty of time. They do this and come right back.
Hummingbird.
The hummingbird.
Hummingbird do that.
Not all birds, but
No, but okay, I got you.
I think pairs and
they do all kinds of stuff.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hummingbird.
The hummingbird is a bird. He does all kinds of stuff.
Now he has total control of his
Yeah.
flight.
Even the bee would do the same thing.
Huh?
The bee.
B does the same thing too.
Right.
Come. Yeah. Esau can't do that. These planes can't do that. These planes can't do this and do that.
Oh, no.
He wanted to, but he can't.
You think a chariot could? Chariot could.
Or what?
Chariot.
Yeah, he's talking about chariot.
Oh, easy. Do more than that.
No.
Flip over with all kinds of.
No, those I don't know if you're familiar with like these things they call what they call UAPs. Like they're not UFOs, but they call them UAPs now. Whatever they be saying that they're like people like a pill It could be like moving and stopping and going back and forth. Do you think those things like that the report could be like chariots?
If they're real,
If they're real. If they're real.
I don't think they're real.
Okay.
More hopes.
Probably, I mean, possible, that's a possibility, but I mean, but if they're not real, they could be a chariot.
Huh.
Okay, got it.
It would have to be, or it couldn't be nothing else, because we know
Right.
there ain't no aliens like they trying to do.
Right.
No, light bulb head man. with any harm and do all that. That's nothing stupid, man. All right. That's him disrespecting the angels, bro. When he doing that little dumb depiction. The light bulb head and the skinny arms and all that with the big eyes.
Big old head.
He's disrespecting the angels, bro. That's what all he's doing.
Big old bug looking eyes.
Yeah.
Chickaboo eyes.
That is disrespect, just like that movie that came out back in the late nineties, what was it called? Attack from Mars.
Isn't that what
Mars Attack.
Mars Attack.
Isn't that a Tim Allen movie?
Oh, remember, might be.
I think it was Tim Allen.
Okay, I didn't know that, like a comedy.
No, it's Tim Burton, the one that did Batman.
Oh, Tim Burton, okay.
Yeah, Tim Burton, I think that's his name.
Oh, okay.
It was something like, comedy. They came out around the same time, Independence Day did.
No, I thought it was like that movie that he had, like Tim Allen and was it Sigourney Weaver? Was it that movie?
No,
No.
Nicholson.
Oh, okay.
Jack Nicholson.
Oh, okay. Because they had a movie that was similar. It was like a comedy though. Like it was like Tim Allen do with the Tool Man, something like that. Like it was like a movie like that. Like it was like a comedy. I thought that was okay. That's something different. Then. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 12. Or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark, it parteth the air, which immediately cometh together again, so that a man cannot know where it went through.
You know, and see coming together again. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Even so, we in like manner, as soon as we were born, began to draw to our end, and had no sign of virtue to shew, but were consumed in our own wickedness.
Yeah. We began to draw to our end. It had no sign of virtue to show, but we're consumed in our wickedness. Again, that happens when you don't have guidance.
Right.
Again, that's not technically, they know that if we take the father out the house, that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
They're gonna go off. Go ahead.
Verse 14. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a thin front that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest, and passeth away as a remembrance of a gust that tarrieth but a day.
I guess, yeah.
A guest that tarrieth but a day.
Right, it says like a thin froth. A froth is foam. A thin foam, what it's saying. Right? That is driven away with the storm. So a thin foam is driven away with the storm and blow it away.
Right.
So that's the hope of the ungodly. In other words, they have no hope.
They have no right.
Go ahead.
15. But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High.
Fast. See that? Go ahead.
16. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom.
They're gonna receive a what?
A glorious kingdom.
If you're gonna either go to this kingdom, that means they're gonna be kings. Glorious kingdom. Does other scriptures say? Go ahead.
And a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand.
Paul talked about that. We just read that just now, right? Paul said it. Go ahead.
For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them.
Go ahead.
Verse 17. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemy.
Yeah, so we're gonna get for enemy. Let's get a precept. Precept. Ezekiel 25 and 14. Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 14. Right, so he shall make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemy.
I got it whenever everybody's there. Come on. You there, Tony?
Go ahead.
Okay, Ezekiel chapter 25 and verse 14. Are you ready, Amon?
Come.
Okay, cool. All right. And it reads, and I will lay with my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord God.
There it is. So use Israel. Put them down.
Wow, that's very clear right there.
They lay them down. But according to his vengeance, see that? That's what we waiting on. We waiting on. Waiting on him to give the order. Give the order to Hamashiach, and they relay the order down to us. Then we gonna turn all the way up.
Right.
Now it's time
To
to
them, we
turn
can't do that.
Yeah, we can't do that now. All right, let's go back to the Apocrypha.
Okay.
We in verse
19?
19,
Verse 17.
17. I'm sorry.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 17.
Mhm.
He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemy.
Go ahead.
He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate and true judgment instead of an helmet.
Go ahead.
Verse 19, he shall take holiness for an invincible shield. 20, his severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise.
See that? They're gonna fight against him. They're gonna fight against him. Who? The unwise. The unwise, you talking about how color don't matter. Yeah, because you're gonna go deal with the wrong person because you are unwise. Only one unwise say color don't matter. Color pigmentation do matter. Go in that sun without none if you haven't do it. See if it don't matter.
Oh man.
Go in that hot sun and see if pigmentation don't matter.
Without sunblock.
Even with sunblock, you still get them. Don't fully protect them.
That stuff don't protect.
Don't fully protect them.
I heard that give them skin cancer still too. The sun give them skin cancer in there.
Hey, that doesn't work. They have not made something sufficient enough to block the sun.
Like the hair they cut off. Huh?
They want that sunlight. That's why they were in cave. It's more proof they were in cave.
And they kept lightening up.
Come on.
Like a person in jail come out, if he locked up so long, he come out lighter. He ain't seen no sun.
Come on.
So let's go ahead and finish up.
Verse 21. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad.
The right aiming thunderbolt. Go out. Go abroad. Go ahead.
And from the cloud, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the mark.
Go ahead.
22. And hailstones full of wrath shall be cast out of a stone bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the floods shall cruelly drown them. Verse 23. Yea, a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste to the whole earth, and ill dealings shall overthrow the throne of the mighty.
Yeah. That's what's been happening. That's what's been happening, right? Iniquity lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealings shall overthrow the throne of the mighty. And that's what actually has happened, right? People are on thrones, they've been assassinated. Ill dealing. Assassinated Julius Caesar. These men plotted and assassinated Julius Caesar, and then they run and then ran and commit suicide because they're gonna catch him.
Let's go.
Yeah,
It's true.
they made him Caesar and all that, and plot to kill him. And ran and fled. Like they wasn't gonna catch him. Like where you think you're gonna go, killing someone like that? When at that time Rome was like all over the place. You couldn't go free to no other country. They're gonna come in like, you better let him go.
Right.
Because if not, then you talking about you want war with us. I know you don't want war with us.
Right.
You know you gonna give him up. You couldn't fled nowhere. Your only alternative is to commit suicide.
Rome had the biggest army at one time, right?
Huh?
Rome had the biggest army,
Yeah.
the biggest standing army.
Yeah.
Rome was in power, man.
And they was the shortest people.
Huh?
How short was they?
Who, Rome?
Yeah.
Well, they, some of you had different sizes, but Rome wasn't no joke.
Rome ain't no joke, yeah.
Rome wasn't playing no joke.
Nowadays it really still like kind of, it's really not a joke really because of the Vatican and all that stuff, whatever.
They when they started law, they wouldn't know. They got weaker later on.
Right, they got weekend.
They got weaker later on, but how did they power? You don't want no problem with that.
Yeah,
Rome was power.
Yeah, you don't want no problem. You want no problem with Rome. Wisdom, after Alexander died, and then they were general. The general didn't want no. Maybe Alexander did, but his four generals did. Right, because Rome respected Alexander. They liked him. They were like, man, that dude is bad. They know though about how Alexander wasn't playing, bro. He wasn't like coming from the, when he coming to get you, he coming to get you. And he coming quick.
I seen Alexander over, what was that? That was that Egypt. It's a land called Alexandria or something like that.
He's buried there.
Okay. Wow.
He's trying to find his tomb right now. This lady thinks she's very close to finding his tomb. She found
Alexander the Great, you know?
Yeah, she found certain things that she thinks she found where his tomb is, but she gotta go dig it up.
It's I think his history is where the whites come in at.
Well, their dominance is kind of started off with him.
And is that why they call him the Great? Like Great White Shark.
They call him that. We don't
Great,
call him that.
Great.
We just call him Alexander. We call Alexander the Greek. We don't call him the Great.
Right.
That's
To die.
Alexander the Great.
what we call him.
Yeah.
Greek. We don't use the Greek.
Makes sense.
We finished that up, man. We swung through that chapter like we need to get one more. We swung through. Yeah, then one more should do it because it's 6 o'clock. Yeah.
It's 6, you should shut it down.
Huh?
Shut it down at 6.
We're shutting down at 7 or whatever we're doing with this chapter right here.
Shabbat.
I don't even know what we need to go get something to eat. I don't know what we want to get.
I got that for a local coupon in that desk.
Huh?
So
We're gonna need though for this time it's 5, right? 5 of us here now. On the 30th there. Is that gonna be enough? Is it for 5 or is it? Anyway, that's from this
yeah,
chapter.
I'll figure it out.
All right, who got this one?
I'll keep going.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 from the top. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand, learn, ye that be judges of the ends of earth.
Yeah, time for you kings to learn a little something. You judges, pay attention. Go ahead.
Verse 2, give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations.
Mhm.
Verse 3, for power is given you of the Lord.
Stop. Power is given to them by who?
Of the Lord.
The Most High is giving you this power. Go ahead.
And sovereignty from the highest.
And sovereignty, supremacy and rule is given to you from God. That's every nation and king. You ain't getting it on your own. And that's where these Gentile kings and this stuff go wrong. They think that they're the one in that position. They put in that position themselves. No, our God put you in that position. Go ahead.
Who shall try your works and search out your counsels.
That's what he does. See, that's where they fall at.
Wow.
He put you in that position, and then he gonna tell you and try your work, and test your counsel. That's when Nebuchadnezzar lost his mind, talking about how he's great and all this, and he thought he was all that, and then Daniel told him that, and he said, "Well, 7 times gonna come up on you, like 7 what? You're gonna eat grass like a cow for 7 years. You're gonna lose your mind. You're gonna have a mind of an animal for 7 years." He said, because you didn't give glory unto the God of heaven. Talking about how you this and you that. You're gonna find out that you're not. 7 years he was like that. Until he finally gave glory unto the Most High. And then he recovered his mind. So you just how simple it is for God to take your mind from you and give you a mind of an animal.
And that's where you say pride is people thinking that they're something that they're not.
They're not. They're not. They don't want to acknowledge. They don't want to acknowledge the Most High. He's giving them this power. Don't acknowledge him. Find out what's going to happen to you. You're robbing God. That's what you're doing. You're robbing him. Who you gonna give it to? Who you put you in that power?
Most High.
Clearly it ain't you. They're giving me the acknowledgement. God put me in this power. That's exactly what it is.
All praises to the Most High.
So they say you now you rob it now if you rob me now I gotta come do what?
Get you.
I gotta get you. Now I gotta get you. And that's what happened to us. We robbed Malachi said we robbed God. It says the whole nation you robbed me. God said I gotta come get you. We're getting it now. Go ahead.
Verse 4, because being minister of his kingdom, ye have not judged aright, nor kept the law.
Go ahead.
Nor walked after the counsel of the Most High.
This is one of the books that they don't want to took out of the Bible because of stuff like this. The law, stuff in here. Even the law. Go ahead.
5, horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places.
Yeah. The higher you are, just get it. You're gonna get it. It's gonna come. Get that sharp, quick judgment. Go ahead.
6, for mercy will soon pardon the meanest, but mighty men shall be mightily tormented. Verse 7.
Yeah, mercy will pardon the meanest, but the mighty shall be mightily goes along with your mightiness. You can't be mighty and come with some soft judgment. And you need some mighty torment to go along with that, right? It's got to match.
Wow.
Yeah. Go ahead.
7, for he which is Lord over all shall fear no man's person, neither shall he stand in awe of any man's greatness. For he hath made the small and great, and
Careth,
careth for all alike.
yeah, careth for all alike. For the Most High God, overall, you don't fear no man. Fear no man's person, right? Because you strong, living 1,000 pounds. Really, you can pick a horse up, really. You can fight a bear and a lion, and God's supposed to be afraid of you. Neither shall he stand in awe of any man's greatness. You think you think you and God like, oh wow.
Look at him.
Yeah, never. 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 And for he have made the small and the great, and he careth for all alike. Go ahead.
Verse 8, but a sore tale shall come upon the mighty. 9, unto you therefore, O kings, do I speak, that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away.
Go ahead.
10, for they that keep holiness, holy shall be judged holy, and they that have learned such things shall find what to answer.
Right. So you gotta keep that holiness, because holy gonna be judged to be holy, right? If you do what's holy, you're gonna be judged as holy. These people, they want you to get you to this box like, oh, you can't be holy, you can't be righteous and all that crap. You can just do what's right. It's simple as that. They don't want you to think you can attain to these things. Because they want you to keep doubting yourself. And keep you in this box, and you can't obtain nothing. Is what they want you to do. Why would God make those things that you cannot obtain? They think God made this thing and put them there just for the fact that you can't never get to that point. Right? They try to make you feel you can never get to that. You can never get to that point.
It's right out of your reach.
It's out of your reach. You so wicked, you can't get to that point. And what they want you to believe. Because that's what they believe. That's the reason why they don't attempt to do it, because they said you can't obtain to that. So we ain't even trying to do that. They're looking at you like you wasting your time trying to do that. You wasting your time. You ain't never gonna ever get to that point. No, you ain't gonna get to that point. We see many men got to that point. Enoch got to that point. Enoch got there.
Yeah, he did.
Explain Enoch. How did he get there? Explain Elijah. How he get there? They quiet. Huh?
No.
You talk about a lot of other men. I'm talking about men who didn't even die.
Oh, they
They got it so good they didn't even see death.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Show you can do it.
Right.
And that made me think like immortal, like with Adam, not saying he messed up, but if he went,
He messed up.
With Adam messed up.
He messed up. Enoch didn't mess up. No, you don't have to mess up. They make it seem like
You got somebody on the come deck and wants you to raise your hand.
Hold on. Get someone to raise their hand.
Rabbi Lewis.
Oh,
They ain't messing with who raised their hand? Where is it at?
Rabbi Lewis.
Where you raise your hand at?
It said hand raised, but they're right underneath Donald's name, Donald Mathis.
Rabbi Lewis.
Okay, I'm gonna invite him on stage. Hold on.
we're open.
Okay, he's on stage. Hey, shalom, Lewis.
Lama.
Rabbi Lewis.
Yo, please show me that shalom.
Salam, Ma.
Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, go ahead, Izar. Hey, did you want to say something, Lewis? Is something you want to ask a question or something, or no? Are you okay?
Yeah, we gotta set a hangout up, bro, on YouTube.
We gotta do what?
You gotta set up a YouTube hangout.
Come. All right, let me finish it. We'll wrap, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to see my number. You heard me?
He's gonna send you a phone, he's gonna send you.
You send it to my phone, or you can put it in the chat. What you gonna do?
No, I'm about to put it in the chat. One second. Yeah, I just sent it. Did you get it?
Yeah, we see right here. We got it. Come, we got it.
I hit me up, all right?
Okay, brother.
All right, shalom.
All right, sure.
Hello, Ma.
That sound like, is that Norfolk?
Huh?
It sound like Norfolk.
Sound like.
No, that's the Edomite.
It is? Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, he was like,
right against the Bible.
oh, you know who he is? Oh, okay.
I've seen a rabbi.
I'll call him that. Could you say call no man that?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why you said Lewis.
Right, so I'm
Okay.
well, he said, he's like,
He didn't sound like it though.
he didn't sound like.
He sure didn't.
He
I
didn't
know.
sound like.
Yeah. I probably because he sound like Norbert a little bit. That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. I thought his brother Norbert, that brother that was somebody, you know, that
I think he's a teacher.
Oh, man.
That's what that word is.
What, rabbi?
It means master teacher or something like that?
Oh, okay, that's why you say I need to call him. Okay, I got you.
You go against the Bible all the time, get cut the head
Right.
off, you know what I'm saying? Cut up. Trying to waste my time. Go ahead.
Okay, we're in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 11. Wherefore set your affection upon my words, desire them, and ye shall be instructed. Verse 12. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her.
Right. Clearly. Wisdom is glorious. Never fades away. No fading when it comes to that. She's easily seen of them that love her. The majority of people don't love wisdom. And it's found of such as seek her. People don't seek that. Right, seeking wisdom is that's seeking Christ. Christ is wisdom. Wisdom is the most high. Right?
And can I say something real quick? Like this right here, where they call her wisdom her, a lot of people don't see that that's talking about Christ. So this her, it doesn't have, is not speaking about it being a female,
Of course
right?
not.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to clear that up because a lot of people, I know they read that and they like, a lot of people say, see, there is a heavenly body of a female present in the scriptures. A lot of people read like that, and that's not what it's talking about.
And there's many things in the Bible that have the feminine place upon it. That's how Hebrew works. Words are masculine and feminine. You can have a word and the word is in the feminine, right? It's in the feminine. Then you know it's speaking to the feminine side of something, right? Or it could be in the feminine, speaking of not the person, but could be speaking of something they said. And it would place it in the feminine to let you know it's not talking about that person. For instance, when you talk about Peter, when God said this is Peter, and upon this rock I will build my throne. I will build my church. He said, right? We know that Petra, speaking of a little stone, right? And then you have and Petra, the little stone, and then you have upon this rock, which is Petra. It's like a boulder. You know what I'm saying? Which is a boulder. And it says upon this rock, this boulder, this Petra, will I build my throne, build my church. Right? So Peter,
Stone.
the little stone, that's speaking of the individual, Peter.
Huh.
But Petra is feminine. And because Petra is feminine in the Greek, ain't talking about the person Peter, because he's masculine, right? When you look at masculine and feminine in different languages, you can see what this can be. It is not talking about the man Peter no more.
You talking about the bride of the.
Ain't talking about the bride. No, but it still have like Peter, like Petra in it. But because it is feminized, you say, well, they is not talking about the man because he's man.
Right.
But what about Peter? Is it referencing then? Something about him is it referencing why it's in the feminine church. And what is referencing in the feminine is what he said.
What he gonna build
What
upon.
he said.
Huh.
What he said. He asked him, who do you say I am?
Mm.
Peter said, you're the Messiah. You're the Son of God. That's what he said. Then Christ said, you are Peter. And upon this rock, would I build my church? Was the church built on Peter? What was it built on?
It was built on a stone.
It built on what he said.
Con.
It built on what he said. You are the Messiah. What? The Son of God.
Con.
That's what Christ Church is not built on. Isn't it built on him? It's built on Christ. It's built on you. That's what he's saying in the verse. But if you don't understand, because Petra is feminine in the Greek, and you don't understand it, then you don't know they're talking about what Peter said. And that's how Christ built the church. Is it not built on Christ?
It
Him
is
being the
built on
Messiah,
Christ.
him being the Son of God, isn't that how it's built on? It can't be built on nothing else. You ain't finna build it on Peter.
Peter was called Satan.
Get thee behind me, Satan. But again, that's when you understand why words are feminine and words are masculine. It's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand the reason why things are masculine and things are feminine. It's not talking about the person. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. That's what wisdom is, right? Christ is the application of who?
Wisdom.
Of the Most High.
Oh,
Who is knowledge? The Most High is knowledge, right?
con.
He knows everything.
All knowledge.
Knowledge means to know,
All knowing.
right?
Con.
Wisdom is to act out that knowledge, that information.
Con.
That's what Christ did, right?
That's why they say wisdom gives knowledge.
Yeah. So when you're feminizing something, there's a purpose to feminize it. He could be feminizing wisdom to the fact to make you what? Fall in love with it. Like it's female. Feminize it because of the act of doing it. You love doing that. Right? People love applying knowledge, do they not? So you put it in that sheet form, right? That's how you put it in.
Okay.
That's how you but again, there's different reasons why you would feminize something, but we know wisdom isn't a woman.
That's why they'd be like, she run fast, bro.
Because wisdom been around before female was made. Wisdom isn't a, how was it gonna be a, how does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? I don't make no sense at all. Wisdom can't be a woman. Because if wisdom was a woman, then you would say wisdom will get on clean every month. Does it not? Is wisdom ever unclean? You just read now where it says, it says wisdom, what you said about wisdom?
Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away.
Uh-huh.
Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her.
No, you can't seek wisdom on a period. Can you?
That's deep right there. That's deep.
And you got a brother out there talking about wisdom is a woman too.
No.
That's Malak.
don't know the Bible at all whatsoever. Wisdom can't be no woman.
That's Malak.
Well, the only place I would have to go right there was to say women give wise counsel, but that still wouldn't qualify for wisdom.
Certain women give wise counsel.
Con,
The majority of them don't.
con.
We can go to the Bible, the majority of them don't give wise counsel.
Con.
You only give wise counsel when they're in line with the Most High. Other than that, and that's the reason why Paul was writing so much about a woman not being head of the church,
Mhm.
getting authority over the man. And he said they need to be what? In
Silence.
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 Why would he say that? If a woman was wisdom, why would Paul say they gotta be in silence? You can't silence wisdom.
Wow. Good. Good.
They ain't gonna silence Paul said I commanded to be in obedience and in silence.
In a subjection.
It is not permitted them to even speak in the now. How you gonna say wisdom can't even speak in the church when we need wisdom? How can Paul say something like that?
A plus. A plus.
Can't be.
At least.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Verse 13, she paveth them that desire her in making herself first known unto them.
Go ahead.
Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his door.
You find wisdom early, you won't have no great travail because you don't know what to do. Go ahead.
15, to think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom, and whoso watcheth for her shall quickly be without care.
Come. Quickly, go ahead.
Verse 16, for she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her, showeth herself favorably unto them in the ways, and meeteth them in every thought.
So wisdom going around seeking such as are worthy of her,
Wow.
right? Unlike what Satan does. He going around trying to see who he may devour.
Anybody can get it.
What he does.
Wow.
So wisdom is going around all over the place and showeth herself favorable unto them in the way and meeteth them in every thought.
Con.
Go ahead.
17, for the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love.
So the beginning of her is the desire to be disciplined, to be in order. That's where it starts. So wisdom is what? Order.
Order.
The beginning of wisdom is order. You got to be in order, right?
Con.
And the care of discipline is love, right?
Con.
When you care about being in order, now you're dealing with love, because why? You're not going to disrespect no one because you're disciplined. You saw telling their brother when we was on that clubhouse, I said, brother, you ain't got no discipline, brother. Brother, out of order. Talking over me, I can't get my words out. I ain't got no discipline because you're not dealing with no wisdom. You're not dealing with no love. Go ahead.
Verse 18, and love is the keeping of her laws.
Love is the what?
The keeping of her laws.
Go ahead.
And the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption.
Yeah, see that? Clearly. Go ahead.
19, and incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20,
So incorruption make you what? Near unto God. God don't deal with none of that. He don't deal with corruption. When you start dealing with discipline, now you're dealing with being in order with discipline, now you're dealing with love. Now you're moving into the not being corrupted aspect. Now you're moving into the part where now you're getting near to the Most High God. Because God don't deal with none of that. He can't come around him with that. He don't have nobody around him who ain't rolling in wisdom and discipline. Can't be around God out of order. Everybody around God is in order. Everybody.
I would you say that this was quoted by Would you say that he went to Wisdom of Solomon and quoted this? What is that in that verse where it says, for the love, what is that in Timothy's? Second Timothy? No.
What was it saying in Second Timothy?
No, I don't think it's Second Timothy. Hold on. The scripture where it says, I don't know. When I find her, I'm gonna find it real quick. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead, Izar.
Okay, verse 20. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
See that? How you get into the kingdom? You got a desire of wisdom.
Wisdom.
Who's wisdom?
Yeah, I was sure.
You got a desire of Mashiach Yahweh. That's how you getting into the kingdom. You ain't getting around
Right. Wow, that's beautiful.
it.
Beautiful.
The desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. Go ahead.
Verse 21. If your delight be then in thrones and sceptres, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore.
See that? So if you're delighted, you want a throne, you want scepter, rulerships. That's where you at with it. You want to rule over the people. That's what you want. You better honor wisdom. You better honor wisdom. If you honor wisdom, who you honoring?
Yeah, I was
You're
sure.
honoring Hamashiach Yahweh. You got to acknowledge him. You ain't acknowledging him, the kingdom gonna fall apart. It says that ye may reign forever. Why is the nation of Israel, why is our kingdom a kingdom that's never going to pass away? Because we acknowledge Hamashiach Yahweh. As it says right here, that you may reign forever. That's how we reign forever. We acknowledge in Hamashiach Yahweh. And if we acknowledge him, then we acknowledge in the Father.
Yahweh.
Once you acknowledge him, you'll reign forever.
Khan. So Salaki again, First John. Wouldn't this would John be quoting from the Apocrypha in First John 5?
What is that?
First John 5:3 says, "For this is the love of God, that you keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. For whosoever," yeah, but yeah, all the rest of it, he talk about how you gotta have faith in the Mashiach, him being record in heaven of the Father and the Ghost. Come.
That'll be what we call a precept. And we got those brothers be like, yeah, I got a precept.
Precept, come. But no, I'm asking, would this be like John quoting out of the? Would this be proof that John and them had the Apocrypha?
Now, I wouldn't say they were quoting from the Apocrypha, but what they're saying goes together.
Lines up. Okay, come.
It lines up, yeah. As far as having the Apocrypha, I don't know for sure. I can't say yay or nay. They didn't have it. We're not sure. Some people believe that they did, and they were actually quoting from the Apocrypha. I'm not sure that's actually the case. These men was moved by the Holy Spirit. They didn't say they were quoting from an apocryphal book. All right, go ahead.
We have verse
21.
21.
No, sorry. Yeah, 21 again. 21
Okay,
again. 21 again.
Come. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 21. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore.
Go ahead.
As for wisdom, what she is and how she came up, I will tell you, and will not hide mysteries from you, but will seek her out from the beginning of her nativity, and bring the knowledge of her into light, and will not pass over the truth.
Go ahead.
Neither will I go with consuming envy, for such a man shall have no fellowship with wisdom. Verse 24, but the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people. 25, receive therefore instructions through my words, and it shall do you good.
Right, so he then goes off into, in the next verse, as he said, he was going to start going with the beginning of wisdom and start to let you know about wisdom, right? So let's get that right quick as he brought it up. We'll look at the next chapter, starting at verse 22. Okay. 22 all the way down to 30.
Tell me when to go.
Go ahead.
All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 22. For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me.
So wisdom, the worker of all things, taught him. Go ahead.
For in her is an understanding spirit, holy, one only, manifold, subtile, lively, clear, undefiled, pain, not subject to hurt, loving the things that is good, quick, which cannot be letted, ready to do good.
Let it is hindered. All right. So we see what's in wisdom, right? Undefiled spirit, holy, set apart, one only, not double-minded, right? Manifold, it's not one-dimensional. Wisdom is many things. Manifold, right? Subtle. Subtle goes back to what Hamashiach Awashai told us. Be ye wise as serpents. Harmless as doves. You have to use wisdom. How they maneuver. Maneuver in this world, but without being wicked. You can maneuver in this world without being wicked. There's a way to do it. That's what that word subtle come in. Subtle is what the serpent used on Adam and Eve. Tricked them. That's what he did. He beguiled them. He was subtle. He used subtlety. That's what he did. We can use the same thing, but without lying. You just gotta know how to phrase it. We know how Esau do things when he doesn't want to lie, how he want to be slick. When he doesn't want to say that he not working. I'm between jobs. You're not working. He ain't gonna say he not working. He's being what? Subtle. That's what he's doing. He's being subtle. He goes, I never said I didn't have a job. I said I was between jobs, but it means the same thing, but I never said that. You said I don't have a job. Being subtle. That's what he does all the time. That's what he does in his contracts. It's called the fine print. That's how he words things in these contracts, and that's how he catch people. Because you don't catch what he's saying, he's being subtle in his contracts with people. That's why you gotta go look this stuff up for yourself and find out, because you're gonna get caught up. Yes, sir.
Last week, I thought you was joking when you mentioned the 70-30 contract, and I looked it up, and that's a real thing. It's all over the place. 70-30. Man, that's highway robbery.
Yep. Wow. And again, most people are gonna go for it. Because I'm exposing your product to more people. You're gonna make more money. You're gonna take that 30, because to you, you're gonna make more money. So that's where greed catches you. So wisdom is lively. Let's be clear. Wisdom isn't boring. People speak at this, you got this understand like wisdom is boring. No, this wisdom is lively. Not boring. Wisdom is clear. If it ain't clear, something is wrong. But wait, hold it. That's not clear. That's kind of shady. I don't understand that. That can't be wisdom because it's not clear. What's wrong with it? Wisdom is undefiled. That goes back into your speaking, right? And what you're putting in your body. What you're putting in your body can defile you. What you're speaking out your mouth can defile you, right? So what defiles man is what come out of it. Right. So when you're dealing with wisdom, you're not cursing, you're not using vulgar words because you defile, you're not eating the wrong thing, that would defile you. Right, because now you're moving in wisdom. Plain, wisdom is plain, not subject to hurt, right? You're not moving trying to harm nobody. Your last thing you want to do is trying to hurt anybody. You ain't do none of that. And that's not just speaking of physical, but you can hurt them with your words by saying the wrong thing, right? There's certain things you don't say, right, to someone. If someone got a bad eye or a messed up something wrong with their disfigurement, you don't want to point that out because that would hurt that person. You're not moving like that. You're moving in wisdom. You know what to avoid, right? What to say, what not to say. All that's going about that's not being hurtful. People get misconstrued about, I want to be clear, it ain't just physical. Loving the thing that is good. That's what wisdom is. Loving what's good. Wisdom is quick. When you're answering the question, you're quick to the answer. Because wisdom know what to say. I'm quick with my answer. Which cannot be hindered. Ready to do good. You're not hindering wisdom. People think they're hindering wisdom. No, you're not hindering wisdom. You're hurting yourself. That's all you're doing. Because if you're not dealing with me, what are you dealing with? If you ain't, wisdom is going forward. It's what wisdom is doing. Wisdom is doing this. You ain't doing wisdom, what you doing?
Going backwards.
You either stand still or you going this way.
That's Satan right
This is what you're
there.
doing.
That's Satan right there.
You can't go forward without wisdom. Wisdom is what you applying information to go forward. When you put that gas, that's wisdom. That's going forward. You ain't dealing with wisdom, you understand still. Or you gonna go backward.
Start forgetting.
All right, go ahead.
23 or 24?
Put it 23.
23. Kind to men.
Stop. See that?
Kind.
It says kind to man.
Kind.
Is that just Israelite man?
No. Oh man.
So I'm telling these brothers, man, y'all gotta stop reeling this so-called white man, bro. Why y'all on him? Y'all not even supposed to be out there for him. Y'all leave him alone. You ain't gotta get into this. Oh, you the devil. You ain't gotta get into all that. We know you the devil. You gotta get into all that. You play the game. You play the game, man. See, he's playing the game. I can play your little dumb game. You beat you at your own little dumb game. You want to play a game? You can play this little game. Cause he does it to you. He all like he's smiling in your face, right? You know what he do?
You anti-Semitic.
He's smiling in your face, but then he's talking about you behind your back. So you playing the game. You ain't playing the game correctly. You smiling in his face too. And you know what he's doing. I know who you are. I know you the devil. I know you the snake. Right? I'm gonna play the game because I don't want you to know that I know who you are. Now you go blurt now. You expose yourself to him. Now he gonna come at you. Keep it like you don't know.
That's your power.
That's your power. You don't know. Oh man, he think I'm this good Samaritan guy. Yeah. I want you to think that I think that, but I know better. And then he don't come for you. He leave you alone. You know what you want, right? You want to just be left alone. Left alone, make your money and go about your business. You don't want to go in messing with you, look at you and look at everything you do. You want him to leave you alone, go about your business, right? What you want. So be kind to man. Go ahead.
Steadfast.
Consistent. Go ahead.
Sure.
Not doubting. The wisdom is sure. When you're dealing with wisdom, wisdom isn't like, oh man, I don't know. No, wisdom do know.
Right.
Go ahead.
Free from care.
Free from care, meaning free from worry. Is wisdom worrying about anything? Wisdom ain't worrying. Free from care, meaning free from worry. Yeah, wisdom ain't worried about nothing. Worry about what? Go ahead.
Having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure and most subtle spirits.
Pure and even most subtle spirits. Wisdom can deal with any kind of body. Whether you think you're crafty or not. Wisdom can deal with you. I know how to move in it, like Jay-Z said. I'm sure how to move in a room full of vultures. He's using wisdom. That's the only way he's moving in that room. It's the only way Jay-Z's moving in that room if he's using wisdom in a room full of vultures. That's what wisdom teaches you. How to move in that room. And that's the most subtle spirit. All right? Go ahead.
24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Wisdom is more moving than any motion. Again, it's lively, it's moving. Any motion is more moving than any motion. In other words, you think you can maneuver me or outmove me, or you have some kind of move that I don't know about? You think you're gonna cross me, or cross over or something? You can't cross me. You're gonna get ripped. More moving than any motion. Wisdom is more moving than that. Go ahead.
She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness.
Pureness. See that? Pass through anything by just being pure. You can't pass through things that you're not pure. No crack. You can pass through anything with pureness. Because even wicked things, when they see something that's clean, they got a problem with it. Because they don't see it as a threat. Right? Oh, it's clean. It more sees it as vulnerable, if anything. It more sees it like that. And because it sees it like that, it don't really see any danger. It lets it go. It let it pass through. Let it pass on. Right? Now, sometimes how cops view some of them brothers, they feel as a threat. You know, pull them over. They view them in negative, pull them over. If they view, oh man, you know, I'll let them go ahead. We'll let you go. It depends how they view you. That's how wisdom is passing through everything is pure. Right? You give the perception that ain't nothing going on over here. Everything is cool. No harm is here. And so you don't oppose them, you let it move on. That's what the verse is saying. By reason of her pureness, right? Go ahead.
Verse 25. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High.
See the what?
The breath of the power of the Most High. And a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her.
Right, so she is the breath of the power of the Most High. We got to get a precept.
That was beautiful.
Let's go to the next book over, Ecclesiasticus chapter 24, verse 3. Ecclesiasticus chapter 24, and we're going to get verse 3. You might need 1, 2, 3.
I got it when everybody's there. Go ahead. Oh,
Let's start at verse 1.
okay. Ecclesiasticus in Apocrypha, chapter 24, starting in verse 1. Wisdom shall praise herself and shall glory in the midst of her people.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. In the congregation of the Most High shall she open her mouth and triumph before his power.
Okay, hear the verse I want. Go ahead.
Verse 3. I come out of her mouth.
I came.
I came out of her mouth of the Most High, and covered the earth as a cloud.
Yeah, right, so the breath of the Most High, he said, I came out of the mouth of the Most High. Right. Who else is that?
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shai. He said he's the what? He's the word. Where did the word come out of?
The most high.
Comes out of your mouth. Comes out of your mouth. I came out of the mouth of the Most High. See, when we hear something like wisdom is the breath of the Most High, right? You immediately go into this thing about your nose,
Right.
right?
Right.
Like God needs to breathe.
Right.
God needs to breathe. No, like he's breathing, like we breathe. Is he breathing? Not breathing. It will come out of his mouth. The breath will come out of his mouth. That's what it would do. You don't need to breathe like us. And, he's a spirit. You don't need to be doing breathe. What are you breathing in his lungs? Is that what are you doing?
Get tired.
You need lungs to even to stay alive. And we don't breathe, we dead. We know that. God ain't gotta breathe to live. So we hear breath. Don't get into that. Oh, you gotta don't get into that.
Like saying he rested on the
Like
seventh day.
like he needs to he blew through his nostrils and no, he blew through his mouth. When he said he blew into Adam, the breath of life, it came out of his mouth. He didn't blow it out of his nostrils. That's not what he did. He blew it out of his mouth. That's what he did. I just want to get the correct picture. You know, you think of God is up there breathing. You know, it's not. All right. Yes, sir.
Could wisdom be water too?
It could be. That's one of the things that we use when the Hebrew pictograph mem, the water, could be wisdom as well. That's one of the things that it is as well. Could be also, you know, could also be chaos as well. I go back into the flood with the water, right? So yeah, you can also use it as wisdom as well. Because again, it's a moving motion.
Right. Okay.
Right. Let's go back to wisdom of Solomon.
We're in verse 27.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 27. And being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new.
Make it all things what?
New.
Renew.
Renewed.
You renew it, right? Being one, she can do all things. Because she can move through all things through her purity. She can do all things, just being one. I mean, there is nowhere place that she can't go. Go ahead.
And in all ages, entering into holy souls.
In all ages. From Adam all the way down, in all different ages. Entering into set apart souls, holy set apart souls. Go ahead.
She maketh them friends of the Most High.
She maketh them what?
Friends of the Most High. And prophets.
So we know that. That's how Abraham was called a friend of God. Abraham was dealing with what? Wisdom. Wow. He's dealing with wisdom. Meaning he was dealing with also with who?
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah. That's what he was dealing with. Hold on. I gotta take this call real quick. Okay, go ahead, Sam. All right. Which line is he talking about? Because the wall is still open. Did he say what line? I told the guy to take a video when he saw a leak. Which line is he referencing? Which pipe is leaking down? Because I turned both on and there was no leak. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna see, I have a couple of appointments tomorrow, but I'm gonna see if I get, I need to find out which pipe, because again, I ran everything, I don't know where it was coming from. You need to show me what, I need to see a video. Okay, all right. All right, go ahead, Isaac.
Gosh. Verse 28. For God loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom.
God love none that dwelleth with wisdom. Again, if you ain't, dwelleth with who?
Wisdom. Yeah, I was shy.
You ain't dealing with a house I don't love you. Clearly, right here, dwelling with wisdom. You ain't dealing with Christ, you ain't dealing with wisdom. God don't love you. You're mistaken.
Remember they say Jesus is love. Jesus loves all. Jesus loves everybody. Love, love, love. Jesus loves.
No one loves everybody. Point me the person that loves everybody. Where are he at? Point him out. Please point him out to me. Who loves everybody? I need to know this person. Who is this person here?
Oh,
I don't know no one that loves everybody. I don't know no one that does that.
Tony thing, Cupid.
Cupid don't love everybody.
Cupid doesn't exist.
That's first.
God.
That's first. Even he don't love everybody.
You shoot
And
both arrows.
he fake.
Fake lover.
Yeah. So no one loves everybody. Maybe just people lie to you, man. Just God love everyone. No, we don't. Go ahead.
Verse 29. For she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all the order of stars, being compared with the light, she is found before it.
She's found before what? Before the light. She's before the light. When God let there be light.
Let there be light. She's before
that.
The breath.
Before that. Christ is before that. Christ is before that.
Before the light.
Before the light.
The breath.
And
He
he is with
say, let there be light. So yeah, how much
Compared with the light is found before it. Before the light.
Let there be existence. Let there be.
Some people think that when God said that he was creating Christ.
Christ is already.
You don't understand the Bible, that's
Right.
why it's about it like that.
Right. So would it be fair to say that the mindset of Yahushua would be Christ?
The mindset of what?
The mindset of Yahweh would be Christ because,
Of course.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hit the head.
Okay, let's finish it up, man.
Okay. Verse 30. For after this cometh night, but vice shall not prevail against wisdom.
Right, vice is wickedness. Again, vice is wickedness.
Vice shall not prevail against
Yeah,
wisdom.
vice is wickedness. Vice should not prevail against. Wickedness is not gonna prevail against wisdom. Satan ain't gonna prevail. Satan gonna prevail against Christ.
Wow. Impossible.
Not gonna happen. Right, so that's wisdom. We have wisdom. We have that. All right. We're gonna end it there because now it's 7. I know it's dark now for sure.
6:50.
Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's dark for sure now. We know that. So we're gonna leave it there. We ended on the 12 deck. Oh man, I forgot to grab this.
What?
Gotta grab that guy's number.
Oh, shoot. Did you want to know about it? Oh, let me see. Oh, did you end it? You check it? Oh, cool.
Yeah, posting some nonsense on me about some dating for all tastes and ages. Man, what? What? It's coming in the section, they do some sex stuff on it. You see it right there in the comment section on YouTube?
What's the
You don't see it right there on YouTube?
remember to keep the Sabbath up there.
What?
I'm gonna go to forward the commandment.
Was it in yellow?
Oh, above me, right here. What? I'm about to end that right now. I'm about to Anyway, that is crazy.
They was commenting on your man.
Yeah, with the people, man. You didn't see it, Izar? You don't see it right there?
There you go, go look at it, man.
Oh, man. Oh, man.